Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Intercontinental EU West Top 8. I am Falcon, joined none other than by none other than the King of Atlantis. Excuse me, right there, Mr. Aquaman. How you doing today, Mr. Aquaman?
Doing just fine. What's going on, Falcon? Welcome everyone to our second show of the day. We were just over there on the east side of things, had some wonderful action, resets, game five situations. Let's see if the west coast here, the west side of things, can deliver. And we've got some wonderful players going on. But before we get into it, guys, I want to tell you about PlayStation 4 tournaments. Not only is the pro competition here on PS4 tournaments, so is the Open Series. Go check it out at compete.playstation.com. The PlayStation 4 Competition Center. You can sign up with your PlayStation ID. You can go into the game. You can press this little touchpad here on your pad, and then bam, you can sign up for this tournament. It really is that easy. Compete.playstation.com. You can see all the previous weeks. You can sign up for the final week if you're here in the EU and a little bit more time in a couple of the other regions. Here is your bracket here tonight, today, this morning. All depends on where you are in the world. Falcon, let's look at this thing.
Yeah, and as you can see, three common faces that we've been seeing in these top 8 brackets. The Italians coming in full force. Once again, these three players specifically topping things off. Rise's Mirko against Esports Empire's Asadamazzi. Taking on, that's going to be the first set of winners. Coming down into the latter half, we have Rise's Zoker against Makaran. And also, the fact that Makaran's over here in top 8, once again, is a great thing. He's a phenomenally good player and repping Austria for himself. Whereas we pop down into the losers round one of things, we got Lockhord, or, no stranger to the top 8 himself. Incredibly strong German Joker player. Followed by Conflictus, this also winning the tournament that you commentated yesterday, wasn't it, Mr. Aquaman?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just showing off a very, live and die by the mix Sub-Zero playstyle, very high aggression, very high octane, and bringing that to the table over here in the loser side of the top 8. And we got MK Javier, Wizards Club's own Scorpion specialist through and through, and also representing Spain. And then on the Scottish side of things, we got Exalted's Ott being the Sonya specialist that we've seen time and time again throughout the Open Series. Seen him a few times over here in the Intercontinental. And, generally speaking, we have a hell of a top 8 on our hands tonight, Mr. Aquaman. A lot of these players really bring a lot out of the floodgates just straight away.
Got a lot of variety, not just in regions, but in characters like you were talking about. And there's a lot on the line as far as points as well. About, I would say, 3/4 of this top 8 is in a pretty good position to try to make that, make the regional finals.
Yeah.
One of the biggest names that I'm looking at right now is tied at 10th right now is Conflictus. With this top 8, got a couple of points, 2 weeks remaining. I mean, it's this top 8 and then one week remaining, really, to try to get those points. Conflictus is putting himself in a really good spot, and he's coming off a lot of momentum, like you talked about, winning the Belong Mortal Kombat 11 tournament yesterday. And that was UK only, but able to take it. And we all know the strength of UK. A lot of those guys got 9th in this tournament, 13th in this tournament, and so very familiar names, and they're playing really, really well right now. And of course, in the rankings, we talked about the Greek brothers doing work on the east side of things. On the west side, we got Raichu, TQ, and Video Games Yo sitting at first and second in points. Not here in this tournament, probably sitting back pretty. They are secured for the finals.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of like everyone else in playing, right?
Yeah,
at that point.
As everyone else dukes it out here. And again, all these guys in this top 8, you kind of see them here. 3rd place, Mirko. 4th place, Javier. 5th place, Zoker. 6th place right now, Asadamazzi, right here. This is 3rd versus 6th. This top 8 is going to be a little bit of a preview of a potential finale as well.
Yeah.
We get into game number 1.
I mean, to start things off over here in this top 8, we have 2 players that have played this matchup time and time again.
This is like a European specialty now. It's just Cetrions and Scorpions running wild all over the place. Cetrion's going to sit back and complain that a teleport can actually make her think. And of course, everyone's over here. Everyone here knows the strength of Cetrion, right? But here in EU, EU has always had, and I'm going to say this with a lot of respect, they've always had ridiculous Scorpion players. The first time I tuned into competitive European action was like Pro League Mortal Kombat X Days online, and these Scorpions, I was looking at him like,
Mirko was cooking back then as well with Hellfire Scorpion.
I'm like, Mirko's playing footsies with Scorpion. No one does that in North America. Like, what's going on over here? And he's just picked it up ever since, right?
Yeah, definitely. And over here, getting that back throw as well with the escape failed. I mean, this is through and through a player matchup. These guys have played a lot. And, you know, both being Italian players, the Italian scene sticks together quite a lot, and they all level up with each other. That's a very clean confirm right there for Mirko. Asadamazzi unable to break that. Has to hold to 33%. Not able to punish the natural barrier. Mirko probably respecting the amplification just in case it came.
Whoa!
Whoa, that was so fast!
What was that? It was like
He teleported in a reaction to the teleport.
Was that a teleport?
I think.
That looked like a new move.
It looked like he canceled out.
He just broke the game.
Yeah, he did.
Did he cancel the teleport after the? I don't even know. Guys,
I have no idea, but Asadamazzi just stole the round away with the interactable.
She has a command grab too. Oh no! It's falling apart here in game number 1. What are we witnessing right now? But this is Asadamazzi versus Mirko. This is Cetrion versus Scorpion. Because these characters, you know, Cetrion is almost never in a punishable situation. Scorpion has a threat of teleport the entire time. This matchup's pretty wild, I would say, as far as what you're going to see. It's not very conventional. You're going to see some risks being taken, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when both players know each other's patterns through and through as well. And,
I hope that we're already on like layer 14 between these guys, and that's why we're seeing the ugliness. And there's the prettiness coming out of the stand 1 pickup.
I definitely lost count a long time ago. Mirko on the approach, instantly scouted out by Asadamazzi, who's waiting for the teleport cancels. He knows Mirko wants to try and get close. He knows he's not going to overcommit and go for the risk, just like that. And also Mirko, you know, he's down in that throw KB. He didn't have that anymore after the throw tech from Aso earlier.
Ooh. Gotta snipe him with the unblockable back 3. Not gonna work today. Aso in full control here, and he has been all over these teleports. Every time Mirko goes to the skies, Aso's like, you know what? I'm reading teleport, and he happens to be right an awful lot right now.
Yeah, just not wanting to overcommit to anything. Throw tech as well. Just alleviating a lot of that pressure. Ups the teleport in, very unlike Asadamazzi right there. Looking to close out this game, and the natural barrier is going to do it. Amplifying just to get enough damage for the kill. Now, Aso taking game number 1.
Played nice and solid, very patient this time around for Aso. Just waited out the teleports, didn't fall for any of those shenanigans. You know, chip on the shoulder, he was right in a lot of those situations where, in particular, Mirko, every time Mirko jumped, I feel like Aso just guessed right. When he jumped in, not teleport canceling, he was anti-aired. When he did jump towards him and then he teleport canceled, he called it out with the down 3. I mean, that alone is breaking down Mirko's game plan early on, and it's going to force some, again, more layers, I hope, in moving forward, because that jump mix-up just isn't there right now. Aso is all over it. He's got the first game.
It's very true. I wonder if we're going to be seeing more of a ground-based Mirko at this point, but obviously that's probably not what he wants to do, is really just approach Cetrion from the ground.
Is there anywhere that's safe, really, though?
Absolutely not. Everything, standing 1 may as well just be full screen. Like, but
the floor is lava, the sky is lava. I mean, hell's right.
Everywhere is lava. It burns.
everything burns. Luckily, Scorpion's immune here.
Round 1. Fight.
That's kind of finesse.
Oh,
right.
The lore on commentary. Let's go. Puns.
All right, Mirko. Now he's just gonna try and, you know, once again going back to the stagger pressure, just trying to open up Asadamazzi. But Aso, known for his vigilant patience, he is just happy to sit there and, you know, wait it out. And he's playing the perfect character to do that as well. Really just fishing out for anything, using these pokes to try and maybe just catch him in a teleport, or even just get him to teleport for starters.
I know I know from experience, one of his personal biggest weaknesses to exploit that impeccable defense, right? He's so good at standing his ground. One of his biggest weaknesses, and luckily the players can't hear me here, is that he is very susceptible to command grab characters, but it's not what we see a lot here on the European side of things, right?
Yeah, for sure. There aren't many people who are, you know, competing in the IKK and stuff that are very command grab based. We've seen it in the past from people like Omega K. Oh my god, what a duck right there on that throw. Instantly scouted out and confirmed into pretty big damage for Cetrion right there. 35% gets the pushback back to neutral. Here we go.
Yeah, aside from that, you look at him and go, how do you break this impenetrable wall of defense and active frames of the wall that's currently on the screen at the same time?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, this looks like it's a real struggle for Mirko right now, but he definitely finds himself a punish over there. Really good use of the 1-1. Commits the full string, caught out Asadamazzi, not expecting that one.
Yeah, just finding something that he might not be ready for, you know. Even there, maybe trying to force a mix-up off the interactable Jump, which was reset. That set run, ladies and gentlemen. Get away from me. That tornado push. Go back to a neutral state, and I've got really fast buttons. He had the counter, but didn't believe. There's the unblockable, and woo! He let that forward 3 rip, baby. I'm about to see Dragoon. Is this Beyblade?
Just might be the Duck OS right there. That was so fast. Okay, one more situation. The back throw, gonna do it. Knocking Cetrion towards the corner. Not gonna matter too much in the face of H2O port, but definitely getting himself the round. Tying things up over here. Mirko not counting himself out just yet, you know. It was only game number 1, but Asodamatsu did look very much in control of that one. But over here, Mirko fighting back a lot harder. Finds himself a punish after that forward roll.
Great wake up from Aso. Nope. Nice side switch, too. Happens to be the optimal damage ender, too, of Scorpion. Position here. Cetrion, baby. The moment that you feel like you've closed the gap, if she ever gets a turn, it's gone. And that can be really hard to fight against, like mentally, right?
Yeah, you have to be so patient just to be able to do this. On both sides, really. I mean, even for as much hate as Cetrion gets, Asodamatsu needs to be really patient to not just go into a flowchart of doing things that Mirko will look to exploit. Right there, using the H2O port. At the moment he jumped on reaction to that to try and get himself out of the corner. Really, oh my god, Mirko took the risk with the raw teleport. He gets himself the back throw and the interactable, slowly chunking down that life bar.
Buff is on. Jump kick wasn't low enough to hit the recovery frames of that teleport like they exist anyway. Low.
He's definitely forcing Asodamatsu to start playing on the offensive at the moment now.
Yeah, I thought Aso was about to go in right there. I was a little surprised that he hesitated. Had the knockdown, was ready to go. Oh no! Tried to read the stagger and gets burned for it. He still stays alive though. Much breakaway in between. 5 seconds remain. I don't know if he can do the damage. Short hops, short hops. Oh no! Tried to
Mirko just holding block. Yeah, honestly, doing what about 99% of people don't do. Holding the block button is a very powerful tool, especially in these final game situations, man. How many times in competitive play do we see where where people are in this situation and they do something like try and whiff punish or press a button in like the final moment, and then they get clipped by something that is just instant regret.
Whew. All right, Mirko bringing this thing back. It looks like he came out of the grave a little bit after that first round of game number 2. And he was doing a lot less jumping and teleporting, right? He actually did play a little bit more of a grounded game and stood his ground a little bit more. And when he got the health lead, forced a change out of Aso and used that against him. That was really smart. I think it's all about having a health lead. If Aso has it, he can just play his game, sit full screen. He's looking for teleports. He was literally mashing down 3 and down 1 for 5 minutes straight, full screen, just looking for a teleport, because what threat is Scorpion going to be full screen aside from Spear? Teleport in that situation, they're both highs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, honestly. It's like he's really just... I mean, he really forced Aso to start playing the aggression, and you can't really do that, you know, too well when you're trying to play against a character like Scorpion, who can also, you know, when he gets the life lead, he is able to lame you out as well, and playing this just very irritating playstyle that is, you know, I feel like Mirko is really just mastered.
Man, I honestly don't know how Aso has blocked these many back threes. I need to find out what it is over there in the Italian waters that I need to be drinking for me to be able to react to that overhead, because he is ridiculous right now.
Okay. Getting a bit of damage on the table. He's got the health lead right now, does Asodamatsu. Mirko now on the approach, gets counter hit though after that teleport cancel. Woo! Oh my god.
And you know that Mirko had that OS locked and loaded.
He definitely did. I mean, that was such a Hail Mary back two, but it really worked out for him. Believed it right there. And Asodamatsu, oh, that doesn't quite work out for him. That's going to be a full confirm.
And is that it? Oh, it does confirm. I wasn't sure after the second launch if he was going to be able to actually...
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too.
I was a little scared. Good to note right there. That seemed optimal AF 464 off of the 1-1 pickup with the second teleport. Mirko is alive and well now and in a slight lead of this set.
He's definitely come back to steal the momentum. Short hop right there on the throw attempt from Asodamatsu. Mirko controlling the pace of the game at the moment, making it looking making it look a little bit uncomfortable for Asso to try and establish his own thing.
That was cheeky right there. Nice quick overhead of his own. Not something that you're going to expect out of Centurion.
Oh, he bit trying to get the anti-air.
It finally worked out for him. Again, in game number 1, Asso was like 4 for 4 on that particular read, being right, and now all of a sudden, now that we're in a little bit closer situation, those reads aren't as smooth.
Okay, clean confirm right here for Mirko. No breakaway on the side of Asadamati. Doesn't have the bar to work with. He holds that 36%. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's dead. Oh my god, I hit the breakaway. He's dead.
Yeah, he is 100% dead after that one.
Centurion's hitting him with a hyper beam, baby, and it's super effective.
Oh, he's not dead.
Alive. We're liars. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Later,
I don't
guys.
know this game anymore.
Yep, I don't know.
Oh my, he anti-aired him with a poke?
How did that not kill? He was below 30%, hitting the armor. I mean, I just, you know, I'm good.
Wait, literally, I don't even understand
it,
dude. I'm at a loss for words as well. But either way, Asadamati still managed to close out the round. This is as even as it gets right now. 1 game apiece, 1 round apiece.
Put that on the highlight reel production. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we need a replay of that one.
Ooh. The one saving grace about that ground pound is it doesn't hit the entire screen on both sides. Teleport read really good there. Ooh. Wow, look at this neutral right now.
He's walking back outside that back 2 range as well. Doesn't want to get clipped by that.
They were staying at some really safe ranges right there. Max tips of both of their advancing normals.
Oh yeah, definitely. Asso just opening up this space right now. The flame buff has been activated on the spear for Mirko. Just both players playing really patiently. Jump kick OS straight away, 18%.
I mean, that's pretty good damage considering.
It is, yeah. Every tiny touch of damage is just really important, right? Oh my god, jab! Straight away again, the after image was still on screen.
If he had the tendril buffered, I would have cried on the inside.
Nah, so we're just playing patiently.
Here are those mix-ups from Mirko. Dash up back 3. Oh, he let it rip! It's gonna cost him. It's gonna cost him everything. Asso takes it on a final second. These matches are down to the wire.
They're very, very narrow right now. I mean, both players just obviously know how each other plays so much that neither of them wants to commit to anything too overzealous because they're so aware of what the other player can do to them. And we're just seeing a lot of patience.
Of all the things that the teleport right there, I thought was the last thing we were going to see. I expected Mirko to come up and try to quick mix him to try to get a hit. Asso going with the more defensive side of things, just looking for a throw probably. But there you can kind of mix things up with a short hop, go for a sweep. You got your back 3. Definitely plenty of options to try to get what looked like he was only a single hit, a single normal from stealing that in the final moments. And that's where you see short hop kick be unblockable.
yeah, for real.
But it is only if you have your opponent in that block state, and Asso gave it to him. But Mirko, I think, was reading that Asso was going to be the aggressor there, and to try not to get hit, and that's what the teleport was all about. Didn't work out.
We're seeing a bit of a loadout change right here as well from Mirko. He's going to be rocking Helport Cancel and Sinblade this time instead of the flame buff for the spear.
Ooh.
So we're going to see some of that NJP action.
That's right, aka NJP, baby. I used to have a friend that knew nothing about competitive Mortal Kombat, but he would watch a tournament, and then when we talked about it later, he'd be like, listen, all I know is NJP. after
he was definitely a Mortal Kombat player at heart.
He's like, listen, man, I know one thing about Mortal Kombat X, NJP, baby.
Laughs in Kung Jin. Alright, there we go. Oh, again, the after image being stuffed out entirely. The teleport cancel, not going to work out for Mirko.
Remember Farrah Torres when she had the kid with her?
The whole screen.
Oh! she just swung him. Anyways.
And that's what we were talking about earlier as well, what you mentioned. The stand 1 buffered straight into tendrils over there. It worked out for him this time. Asso got himself a nice little chunk of damage on the board as he now has Mirko in Fatal Blow territory. Mirko on the approach again, stuffed instantly. The down 4?
These reactions / reads, because I think that it's a mixture of both right now. Asso is on another level, and look at that pop-off right there. Wait a second, put all that magic away. Where's that been?
Again with the throw tech. So on point with them. Gonna just hold this one, but once again, out of space, that's pretty comfortable for Asodamatsu.
This might be some of the best defensive Setron play I've seen in a long time. This is just a masterclass on avoiding Scorpion, right? Avoiding Scorpion, slowing Scorpion down a little bit. I know how hard that is on paper, but Aso, you know, yeah, Setron has amazing tools, but it is his decisions in those moments.
Yeah, no,
right
I
here,
completely
covers
agree.
it every single time. Every single teleport's been met, and it's going to be Aso's turn all over again. Mirko on life support here. 174 health on the board. We get a weird trade. Lets it rip with the back two. The OS is in play. Now that he's off defensive bar, is Mirko going to go ham right now?
I mean, Mirko has no other option, right? To quote Android 16 so heartily, like, he literally just has to go in at the moment. He has the escape failed. He's going to spend it over here.
Oh!
30% on the board. Mirko working on a miraculous comeback to keep himself alive in the winner's side.
Oh
my god.
Was that one of the few raw jump kicks we've seen?
That was also one of the few dashes we've seen from Aso. He's been walking the entire set.
Yeah. Mirko has opted to go for a lot of jump twos for the actor frames on it, and he gets a lot of anti-airs for it because that jumping kind of like lingers on the way down, gets people thinking that it's already recovered. But one of the rare times we just see him raw jump kick, and sure enough, works out. And that's going to give Aso something to think about. Early jump kicks like that are what make people think, oh no!
He definitely wanted that punish. It didn't work out for him.
Yeah, JP, not big enough. Should have gone back a game. Holy wall.
Okay, resend with the deadly winds, teleport on hit. There's minimal plus frames. Really good disrespect and also presence of mind, just knowing that he could do that. The wall gonna clip Mirko. Just so much patience right now as Asodamatsu is forced to approach Mirko. This really is the ball in Mirko's court at the moment. Looking for a trip guard attempt, not gonna work out. Keeps himself safe with the end of the string.
Oh! Just a Titan level read from Aso there to re-establish the health lead, and now everything about this match just changed, right, Falcon? You were like, man, Mirko's in full control. As long as he's the health lead, he has to make Aso come to him, and now we're in that spot that Aso has controlled the entire time. Having to read low profile, and he tried to fade a blow between, which if he was a couple of frames faster, or if Magic was on his side, may have worked out. 2, 1, and that is it. A couple of timeouts in this set. Never thought I'd see the day where Scorpion got timed out twice in a match.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, right, to think about it. But at the same time, it goes to show just how incredibly effective Asodamatsu's defensive his gameplay is. His decision-making that you touched upon earlier has been top-notch. You can tell that he was very able to just deal with whatever Mirko was trying to throw at him, and every time you tried to approach him, it was that much harder. You don't usually see Mirko that patient, like, you know, with all due respect.
Yeah.
Like, it's because he is a very in-your-face, very staggers-heavy player, likes to micro-space you out, likes to whiff punish you, likes to jump in on you a lot, presses a lot of buttons. But over there, you quite literally saw him unable to do a lot of what he does to other people.
Yeah, there almost was no mix-up with the teleports, and he kept him outside of the normal range the entire time. So he felt the pressure to have to rely on teleport and have to rely on jump-ins in order to kind of surpass that range where he was outside of back one range, outside of, I think it's forward two range. I said back two earlier, but I think it's forward two. The really hard to hit confirm single hit.
Oh, the Scorpion Sword normal.
OS, yeah. I think it's forward two. I can't remember. Is it back two?
It's back two, yeah. It looks like a forward two. It's fine.
But he was outside of, because he moves forward. He was outside of that range almost the entire time while Aso had a health lead, and he was backing up, and he stayed outside of that range. And so that's where you saw the jump and try to come into play. That's where you saw teleport come into play. And Aso was just ready for every option. That's just someone who's really smart, knows what they're doing, knows what his opponent can do. They also know each other very well. And so we were seeing some really good high-level play because of the knowledge and implementation from Aso in that matchup. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, honestly, just superb levels of play in general from both players. Whether you are, you know, like I think that we're gonna see Mirko back, you know, like running it back through losers and stuff. Especially when we have like losers bracket Mirko, it's like the beast has awoken. You know, he really just starts to go a lot more.
Down 4 teleport. Down 4 teleport. I'm telling you.
If we see that, that's gonna be. I mean, that's gonna be godlike. But if it works, Whereas if we get hit by it, it's like, oh my god. But before we can get into further matches, we want to talk over here a bit about this entire thing and what it is that we are doing. So the Intercontinental Combat is what you are watching right here. Europe East, West, Middle East, and Oceania. Over there, the North American League, Liga Latina as well, all with their own individual regions that are playing, all for a chance at making it into the regional finals. The top 8 from the IKK and from the Liga Latina are going to be in for a chance at winning $5 grand, and then we got 10K over for the North American League as well, where the top 16 are going to be making it through. But Mr. Aquaman, Zoker and Makaran. Now, Makaran, do you know much about Makaran?
I have seen him play a couple of times here, and I want to say that I'm trying to remember the last match I watched. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think that was the Cetrion pick of his Arsenal that we saw on display there. And for Zoker, Cabal.
Yeah, no, I mean Zoker is just
and Zoker made a really big run, if I remember last time I was on the European program. Explosive.
Honestly, Zoker is, you know, just an insanely strong Cabal player. Opts to play a variation that you don't normally. I mean, it's not going to matter in this matchup, but I was going to say you don't normally tend to see from Cabals these days, who tend to prefer Slight Gas. Zoker uses dash cancel normally, but in this matchup, I totally understand wanting to see a Slight Gas hook grab. Makes a lot of sense. This is Shades of TM versus Dragon. Here as well.
Yes, it is. And jeez, what a set that was. Oh my goodness, he just brought back some memories.
And Makaran, you know, known for being a Scarlet as well, but definitely has the Cetrion pick to allow him to play that playstyle he wants to play just a little bit more effectively, and starting things off with a pretty nice health lead over Zoker. We all know what Cabal's like, you know, if he's going to open you up over here, if he gets close enough to do something, it's going to be tough, but Makaran punishing that on the way down.
Yeah, just don't get hit. That's the name of the game here. I want to talk about something random real quick, which is that is a beautiful absorption of the projectile. This outfit of Cetrion might be my favorite, and now I have to go find it in the crypt.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I am digging those little tendrils that she's got coming out of her back. The blue, gorgeous.
Okay, checked instantly with that down 4.
Ooh, that Hell's Wrath was going way too far there.
It was going somewhere, wasn't it? The 4-2 to check Makaran. I've
never seen it go over someone. I've actually never seen that go over someone. Now I think about it.
I don't think I have either.
I would have known what to do right there too if I was in Zoker's position, and that looked like a nice startup of the wall that he interrupted, and back to the corner you go in a guaranteed manner. And here we go, mids. That's what Cabal's all about up close. But it's complemented really well by a wonderful 1-1-1 string.
Yeah, it really is. Makaran right now is just being a defensive powerhouse at the moment, catching Zoker with just so many stray hits. Good throw escape as well. Keeps the pressure off, but the teleport just blowing up the air buzzsaw entirely.
Why are Cetrion so good at taking throws? I'll never understand that. And there, even Cabal was like, I don't even know what side I'm on right now. Gas blasting his way through the entire game, it feels like. Oh, beautiful coverage there by Makaran. Nice little OS of instant jump normal. And that's going to be
caught the breakaway.
Damage.
Going straight into the fatal blow is such a wise decision as well from Zoker.
If he can get this next hit, this will be really big for Zoker, because this puts Makaran
this chip
in a little bit of a situation afterwards. And no, the jump 2. What an odd interaction there. I don't know if the active frames had run off or what. He came down in the middle of the hurt box there, and the game wasn't sure where it was going to land. The jump 2 looked like it might have been active. It looked like he was on the left side of him if you're looking at the screen, right? As he's coming down with an active jump 2, and then all of a sudden he's behind, which tells me that may not have been there the entire time. Just some visual trickery, but that's something that's really Cabal specific, because he does kind of alter. I mean, he's just different. He puts himself in those positions that can be really wonky with that mobility, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got that like Hellboy-esque air leap, right? The air gas.
And every time they messed up, I didn't feel bad.
You know, the crazy thing is, like, if Zoker managed to jail, or at least connect the jump in enough to jail, that was chip. That was 100%. That was chip with Sight Gas, that you'd be able to kill with. But that really just, you know, that narrow whiffing, like, really just cost him the entire game over there, as Makaran took full advantage of the situation. And here we are, game number 2. Makaran getting that first game on the board for himself.
see if it's going to be a continuance of the Cetrion show here on the winner side of things. A Cetrion mirror in grand finals or winners finals, that would be just everything I want today, if I'm being honest with Falcon. But surprisingly, you know, the last one we saw was, I mean, pretty dang entertaining.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. Okay, throw escaped straight away. The down 4 checking the 1-1. A bit of a stubby range on that string from Cabal. And also, Macaren's, he has also been using the... Oh, it happened again? He's also been using the, you know, the jump 2s, like, instantly to challenge the Slight Gas as well. You're seeing Zoker play more of a ground-based game at the moment.
Wow, just a get-out-of-jail-free card right there.
Honestly, the delay as well, fishing for something, using that far barrier at the moment, and then the forward throw should do enough to close out the round. Macaren looking completely in control of the neutral situation, and Zoker looking like he's overcoming, or rather struggling to overcome, quite a big obstacle before him.
Max this jump 2 for us. Tries an early one there. May have made a big read on a Hell's Wrath or something. Maybe try to get an instant air normal, which I think connects on some characters out of Cabal. And if he'd have jumped 2 right there, may have met the air to air. And oh my goodness, Zoker is just losing every guess in the air. And he goes up, whether it's going to be a buzzsaw, whether it's going to be a jump 2. He was just wrong in multiple situations in a row. Macaran having the rock, paper, scissors lead in that regard.
Yeah, for sure. And Macaron right now, I mean, oh, just got caught trying to anti-air over there. Zoker gonna get a big damage cash out. Macaron unable to break away over here. He's gonna go for the meaty jump kick. Alright, 1-1-1 pressure. Keeps him in the corner using the plus frames. Macaron going for a reversal throw just in case there's gonna be an OS over there off of the block stun.
And if you guys note, even better going for the forward throw right there. That back throw into the corner is what everyone's gonna be scouting in that situation. Patience again.
Layers. Okay, short up 3, throw escape again. How is he constantly guessing right? I mean, teching the throws is one thing, but he's guessing right on the directions all the time. Plus frames to work with. 1-1 median, back into the winds, resetting the neutral situation. Hell's Wrath is going to connect. Oh, that is a dropped input if I've ever seen one. But the up 3, it just worked out for him, Aquaman.
I mean, he feels like he can do no wrong. These rounds are getting close, but no cigar. Or Zoker. This is going to be a tough comeback. Macaran trying to make the winner's side a Cetrion Fest. Cetrion Festival 2021. Who, raise your hand if you're going. Eva's in the chat. She's going.
My hand is like through the ground. It is approaching sea level.
It's through the ground. I'm trying to contact the NetherRealm and be like, just take me.
For all the Cetrion fans out there, I'm sure it'll be in masterclass, especially given the fact that these are, you know, 2 of the best Cetrions we have in Europe as well. But to do that, first Macaron's going to have to win this set, and Zoker is no stranger to a reverse sweep. But obviously, we are seeing a character switch being hovered over at the moment. Zoker is known to be a Cabal specialist, but also does play a pretty mean Liu Kang. And he does play this for certain matchups. So I wonder if, you know, he gave it a shot with Cabal, decided to himself, okay, this isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna go with Liu. Liu lets me play the game. I want to play maybe a bit more evenly in this matchup.
He brought the parry as well. I wonder if that's intentional. Like for Cetrion.
Yeah, I wonder.
Has the little fireball, has the buff, and the dragon parry. Is he just gonna make that a threat post tornado? Is he just gonna read that in our staggered safe pressure? We'll see.
To get a glimpse of it. So now Zoker tried to flying kick past the second earthquake. Didn't quite work out for him. Macaron now playing this full screen game. Oh, gets the KB!
I like how Macaron started out, you know, forcing that grounded zoning because wasn't able to use it against Cabal the entire time. So you see the quick adjustment by Macaron for the matchup.
That is true, but right now his health bar is being forfeit to the pressure and damage of Liu Kang. To see a couple really good punishes from Zoker is all he needed to get the momentum started and get that ball rolling. All the corner pressure in the world to work with, gets himself an all-important round as well.
In a wonderful position here, and oh, Macaron, again, he is not afraid to just, not even far teleport out of the corner. He'll just teleport next to you and be like, yo, what's up? I'm out of the corner. Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, kind of catching you in that moment of hesitation from seeing the water droplets. Great punish right there, good presence of mind, and matchup knowledge as well. Zoker always, known to be a player that does his homework. He always knows the punishes, he always knows his tech and how to apply it.
He's going to make this approach, though.
Oh my god.
I mean, if there's one way to go in, that's it.
He also got the breakaway.
I'll close the gap real quick. Doug.
Oh, an anti-cross up. Mr. Aquaman, this is too much right now. Zoker is looking fully on form, as that game was entirely in his favor.
That was, and we saw some execution errors, some poor decisions out of Macran. I think for the first time so far in this set. Back to the wall, no meter whatsoever, and either he tried to flawless block up too, or just did a reversal short hop punch, which was kind of unconventional. That wasn't sure if it was an execution error or just a decision, but kind of a wild one, I felt like, given how solid he was playing. Or how safe he was playing.
Yeah, honestly. It feels like I don't really know if Macron even has a reason to stick with Cetrion at this point. Like, he's already, got the game advantage. He has the option to try it out with Cetrion again, or kind of just go back to Scarlet if he needs to play Scarlet, if it's maybe just a matchup that's a bit more, comfortable or something like that. But generally speaking, Cetrion is not really a bad choice to ever make, but it wouldn't surprise me if we are going to see the Scarlet coming out. I mean, Macron has a very solid one, but something to keep in mind. Maybe if it gets drawn up to 2-2, it just felt like Zoker stole the momentum straight away in that game, like right from the beginning.
That one instant air fireball changed everything, and that's what I think a lot of people need to kind of realize when fighting Cetrion. 99.9% of us get really frustrated, want to throw our pads and curse the Elder Gods. She's one of them, so we're just really talking to her at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's true. We scream into the void, and the void screams back.
But take it slow, and health lead is really important because it changes how she is going to have to play the game. And that is really important. If you can get that early health lead like he did with that crushing blow, it changes how she gets to either sit there or it's going to force her to come in. And when you can get her to come in or force her to get out of her comfort zone, that's when you can start to really take it to Cetrion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even in
easier said
situations as well, right? Okay, baited this time. Macaran being ever so ready for that flying kick reversal, calling out Zoker straight away on the punished attempt. This is a healthy that's very much in favor of Macaran. Anti-air with the natural barrier, backing himself off into the corner, definitely going to be ready to teleport his way out. Zoker going to try and lock him down over here as much as possible. I'm expecting a back one.
Ooh, got him with the low and caught him disrespecting. That was just Mama Cetrion putting the wind beat down on you right there. Nothing Zoker could do beyond a certain point. Sealed his fate, that chip damage of the tornado. That was all Macaran from start to end, I feel like.
Yeah, that really was. I mean, that entire sequence was entirely in his favor. Forced to use breakaway this time. Doesn't want to repeat what happened in the last game. Backing off wisely, making the 1-2 whiff. Catching out a low poke of his own. Macaran unable to get the tendrils out off the anti-air, but not going to matter too much. He does have a bit of a health lead to work with.
So stagger. Macaran patient. Wow, what a read. That's a call out of canceling into the projectile. That's pretty crazy. That's a good read.
Yeah, it really is. And speaking of backing off, getting dropped combo.
I don't even know what the input was that he dropped.
I don't know either.
It was either a 3 or a 4 right there, so chalk that one up to oh well, I still have the health lead.
Okay, Zoker giving up his turns over there. Good block on the overhead, but a little too far out. Macaran gonna get a punish of his own, and that 2-1 into the Amplified Deadly Winds is all he needs. We are gonna be seeing a Cetrion mirror match in the winners finals between EE Asadamachi and Macaran. Unsponsored player, by the way.
It is going to go down. That was we saw some risks from Macaran in that final round too, where he gave a couple of opportunities away. That short hop kick on block, not going fully punished, right? It was the little things like that's what I feel like that came down to, as Macaran was still keeping it pretty solid. Those couple of risks just not punished. If we just seen the punishes, could have turned things around, because he was starting to get a little bit of momentum off the one game, right? But in that final one, just wasn't able to get a health lead, and that's just you know, it goes back to what I was talking about with Cetrion, right? Where every time I see someone do well against Cetrion, it's they get that first hit first, and it changes everything. It's really hard to play the long comeback game against her, unless
for sure.
Unless you have a character that can just poop 600 damage if she or they are anywhere on the screen, right?
yeah, for sure. But you know, we wanted to get into further games, but before we can do that, we want to give a shout out to the official audio partner over here for the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All caster audio is provided by Astro, who you see over there on your screens. Those mix amps and those headsets are super sick. Highly recommend them. Visit astrogaming.com, the link is just at the bottom over there. Find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products, which are all available now. Be sure to check out, you know, like the TR40s, stuff like that. I mean, the A40s, and there are TR series, I believe, and they're.
I think that you're right. Yeah, the TR40s. Also got the A50s. I happen to have the A50s as well, the wireless version. These bad boys, and yeah, let me tell you, I got both right. Look at that, both, bam, wireless, wired. It's all good here. Wonderful audio. Shout outs to Astro in that regard. And if you guys are over Cetrion, they have to fight each other in the winners finals. So one of them is going down eventually.
Yeah, I mean, losers bracket just got so much scarier. I mean, both Rise players, albeit losing their set in winners, I have another life to work with in the loser side of things. And I mean, it was already a bloodbath before with Law Corridor. It being in there just in the first match of losers round.
You're right, yeah.
You know,
Law Corridor versus Conflictus.
These guys are.
Here we go. But this is gonna be wild.
Yeah, this is like exactly what I was gonna touch into. These guys, this is gonna be an extreme matchup. Okay, now Law Corridor is known for like probably being the most BM player in all of Europe, right? Let's be real about it. But at the same time, he's sick at the game, so it's like. If he beats you, just expect a full-on therapeutic session of frequent teabagging into a fatality.
Oh yeah.
But Conflictus, playing a character that is obviously no stranger to hate by a vast majority of people out there. People don't like fighting sub. Oh my god, that up 3 got scouted out and destroyed straight away. But Conflictus has a very ride or die style with Sub-Zero, you know, very unconventional to what we see in competitive Mortal Kombat. But makes it work out for himself quite a lot as he is here in the winners. Sorry, the loser side of the top 8.
Oh my goodness, that was just start to end flawless victory for Law Corridor. You do not see a flawless on Sub-Zero often, maybe even ever, if I'm being honest with you. But you're right, Conflictus is a really different Sub-Zero. He's got that kind of savage mentality to him, and it's very similar to how I approach the game. That's why I like to talk about it, in that he doesn't like his opponent to breathe.
Yeah, that's true.
He like never likes his opponent to be comfortable standing where they are, sitting where they are, blocking, whatever it is. He likes to always be active and always likes to be in your face. But all he has done is met the active frames of the Joker and Law Corridor into certain and swift death here in game number 1.
Law literally just saw the blueprints to Conflictus' entire game plan right there, and he just hit him with everything. That match was over so fast. It like everything just worked out for Law Corridor in those moments. He was cashing out in every touch of damage he got and confirming everything that he hit. And I mean, that's Joker, right? I mean, he's just gonna destroy your health bar with every successful touch.
And the downside to that Sub-Zero style, right, or that kind of general style of you always wanting to be the active one and hitting your opponent, you know, because you're so aggressive, you're susceptible to the same exact thing, and that's exactly what Law Corridor did. He's like, I'm just gonna press, and he got the hits, and it leads to Joker damage, and Darth just never getting comfortable there. He was the one that didn't breathe one time in game number 1, so a little bit of taste of his own medicine.
That's true. We could see a potential swing of momentum depending on how he plays out this one, but, you know, if it's anything like the shades of the first game, it's going to be a bit of a rough one and a bit of a steep hill to climb. Especially when you're fighting a Joker of Law Corridor's caliber. Oh, the Boying getting stuffed out by the ice ball right there. Choosing to go for the down 2. Gets himself the escape failed earlier. Then later is going to really pay off for him. Using that standing 4.
Good to see the confirmations coming from Conflictus today as well. Yet yesterday he was struggling with confirming the back 3-2 more specifically. We see a little bit of adjustment here, and upgraded Joker coming in from downtown. Calm down, big guy.
Yeah. Oh my God, Boying out a slide. That's like the first time I've ever seen it work so miraculously. Good block on the overhead. Really just has to
coming
commit.
in. It'll blow cancel. Oh, he overcommitted, and that is going to be most certainly death on it. Conflicted stays alive, and look at the pop. I've never seen that Sub-Zero taunt in my life. And
That was kind of
oh
sick.
my
I'm not gonna
goodness.
lie. It was pretty sick.
Whoa, that was hot.
He really just jumped for joy.
Can I get a clip of that? How do you unlock that one? I'm about to hit up Conflictus after this.
That's a whole RuneScape emote.
I'm about to pick up Sub-Zero just for that taunt.
27% and the mid screen into the blocked wake up slide. That one did not work out for Conflictus this time. Block Corridor being wise to it, ending in the down 4 Boeing. I love that setup right there. Meaty as hell.
Coming in hot with the 4-2. What's the second mix? He's gonna stand? No, he's gonna fully cash out. Wants to extend that that crushing blow threat as the set goes along. Got great position. Another 4-2 connects, and every mix is working right now. And he finally gets the confirmation. After so many, he finally believed, and he's gonna give him the Executioner's Axe this time around. Pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I don't know about this one.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
still alive.
just about alive. Corridor. Oh, he gets wrong.
Oh, no, he let Joker breathe. What was the game plan all about? What was the game plan all about, Falcon? Don't let him breathe.
Yep. You can't give him an inch because he will take a mile. And over there, I mean, I really questioned the breakaway as well from Conflictus. The down 2 was definitely going to kill anyway. And right now, big punish on that slide. Ending in the boxing gloves in the corner. That's minus on hit. Not sure Conflictus was aware of that though. Wake up 1-2 could potentially be disastrous for Law. Okay, spending that KB that he got in the first round right there. Conflictus with a very dominant health lead at the moment to work with. AK confirm right here for Law though.
Big damage reset. Oh my goodness. Upgraded Joker, ladies and gentlemen. On full display. It's good enough for the pickup. Down 2. Oh, nope. Just going to close it out nice and casually with the boxing gloves. A quarter up 2-0 now. Much better around for Conflictus here.
Law Corridor, yeah, I mean, albeit that was a lot better played for Conflictus and he had moments of life throughout that game. Law Corridor really just stole the momentum instantly. Like, every time, so Conflictus, I really thought he was going to die, you know, I really thought Law was going to die after the fatal blow when he got frozen, but surviving with just that slight amount of health and managing to steal away that round, then into this, he's looking really on form at the moment, and it looks like Conflictus is... He's just got to close out the rounds, right? Close out the games.
Yeah, he had it in front of him. Law Corridor, you know, had the resources at the time to make that just a guessing game, and Darth guessed wrong. That's the thing. After that fatal blow cancel, you can read throw, or you can read pressure. Those are your two options. And he read throw. He either pressed a button or he jumped, and that forward one rocked his world into oblivion.
It really did. I mean, it just came straight away to haunt him as he guessed wrong in that situation, and it kind of did slip away from him as he broke away. I mean, it was a bit of a mental loss right there. Okay, starting things off, 4-2 slide.
Ooh, and there's, you know what, I respect that, because that has won him tournament matches right there. Raw slide, you can't hold that against him. He wanted that momentum, of course.
He really does, but I worry he's being a bit too antsy for it. You can see Law's just one step ahead at the moment. Cashing out in big damage right there, 35% for the bar. Going that 2-1 Boeing. Using the plus frames.
A little bit different of a Joker too than most people are, I think, are used to see, and that Boeing adds a different mind game, especially to the 2-1. You feel like you're just respecting it all day long. So many safe options, the back throw, the harder to tech throw in that situation. Coming in hot for the chip. Still doable for Conflictus. Leaving the heart of the cards, 50-50s, and he rolls through it. Oh,
that was such a gutsy roll as well. I mean, honestly, I think it was really the wise option here. You don't want to hold the 50-50 and potentially lose the round that you just worked so hard to get for yourself.
Here we go.
4-2 slide again, Conflictus. Just unafraid to let it rock.
Right there, I'm shocked he didn't close the gap. That's where, remember yesterday, he would like slide on Oki as a meaty against people, but maybe against someone like Law Corridor and some of these players that he's played more consistently throughout the Open Series, they've seen it before, right?
Yeah. Okay, the back 3 gonna get confirmed into the ice ball over here. He's gonna spend the KB. No, he's spending the other KB instead, going for the slide.
Wow, interesting.
Knocking back to mid screen though.
I feel like I would have saved that one. Because that one's the easier to get off of almost, any single conversion.
Yep. Okay, down forward check, going for the forward 2-1. Not biting his Conflictus. Good block on the overhead, the creeping ice. Keeps himself safe. Law still alive. Conflictus down on the bar. Oh my god! Dropped confirm though.
A Sub-Zero's nightmare doing a double ice ball full screen. So he gets the round.
Yeah, if Law had managed to open up Conflictus over there, that would have been disastrous, but Conflictus keeping himself alive over here. This is losers. Only one of these players is going to be advancing on in the top 8 bracket. Conflictus now down on a bar. Still has 1 amp ice ball to work with. Law instantly closing in that gap. Once again, taking a bit of a health lead, but knocking back into the neutral situation. He's going to boing his way back in, finding a counter hit as well with that forward 1. Down
that
to confirm.
Was something else. There was very little recovery. Able to pick up the down 4, going for some craziness as Law Corridor right now. Everything connecting. No breakaway available, and he just gets the cash shot with some full Joker damage. I have expected the Boing setup just to try to close this right now. He's on the hunt, and the forward 1-4 boxing gloves to the jaw. Law Corridor 3-0, and here we go.
This is what we expected. To be honest, it's so in character at this point.
He's just making sure that the down on his D-pad is operational.
I'm pretty sure he makes them, like, he wears them down a lot more. He's just frequently doing well. His entire, like, let's say he makes it into the regional finals really comfortably, just buying himself a load of new pads. But honestly, very unconventional Joker loadout to what we normally see. We don't often see Kapow and Boing, but clearly in the way that Law Corridor is playing it, looks like a very strong and prominent way to play Joker against. I don't know if that was a player-specific thing or if it was a matchup-specific thing, but it seemed pretty effective.
It looked like a funner way to play Joker too, right?
Yeah.
More mobility, more mind games. More mind games, I think, is one of the most important things, especially off of an already mind game heavy and disgusting string like 2-1.
Yeah.
Where you have so much respect for it, and then you're like, oh my goodness, he's leaping at me, and then the mix-ups are on top of mix-ups, and it looked like it recovered really fast too, because there was one empty Boing that went. That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
Into a forward 1 that just beat him trying to poke, which was insanity.
Yeah, that's true. But before we can get into all that stuff, we want to talk a bit more about our presenting partner, the PS4 Tournament Open Series. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition is presented by the PS4 Tournament Open Series. Go check them out over there. You see that website right there, compete.playstation.com. Really simple. Get yourself involved if you're looking to get into some competitive Mortal Kombat. And it is super easy, super simple. Just do it from your home. Literally, you can just do it straight from your console as well. Just go over to the events, and it's just really, really straightforward. Lets you know when your match is ready. And as simple as that, if you want to get into the realm of playing Mortal Kombat competitively, whether it to be to test yourself or to just see, like if you're able to win some money if you think you're pretty good, great way to get started. But the final round over here, losers round 1, Mr. Aquaman.
Javier, Op. Sure, I would love to talk about this. Op coming in, Sonya Blade specialist, Cassie Cage specialist back in the day. I know I said this yesterday, but everyone watching, I want you to go to Op's Twitter. I'm actually about to find it. What is it MK Op MK?
Yeah,
it's
MK_Op.
Go to Twitter. Go back a couple of months. I don't know how far. Is this pin tweet? Is this pin tweet?
Let's hope it's his pin tweet.
It is not his pin tweet. He has a video of himself doing the Cassie Cage friendship that everyone has to see. So if you can go back on his timeline a bit, find that, and it's just, it's gold. It's absolute gold.
Truly.
Op shoutouts for that. Coming in with Sonya Blade, who I think that the whole community has had a little bit of a different look at here recently since MK Azerbaijan and Big Daddy G.
Yeah, I mean, both those guys really just came out of really underdogs in their respective brackets, doing so much damage with Sonya Blade. And then obviously Op being such a prominent Sonya player anyway, but definitely felt a bit of doubts with the character and stuff. But it has definitely returned and looking really on form as well here in the top 8.
Starting off with a big whip from Javier, the 4-3, gets the second hit anyway, and look at him dancing! Oh, what a shimmy! Oh my goodness, the Elder Gods may have gotten shimmied right there. They're like, ooh, that was a good one.
Hey, throw escape as well from Op. Gonna go into this neutral situation now. Javier with those 2 whip punishes. Got himself a nice little health lead at the moment, but Op, very explosive player as well. And Sonya Blade, you know, she can hit you really hard, especially when you don't have breakaway.
Yes, she can, and she can hit you even harder here in the corner. But Op is he's such a safe Sonya player. He never I don't think I've ever seen him overcommit on block to an entire string. That isn't canceled by the ring or gone into ring pressure, and then becomes a mind game of amplify or not.
Yeah, he through and through is just a ridiculously good Sonya player in all honesty, and Javier as well, being a Scorpion specialist, is you know, no stranger. This is a matchup that I would say even would make it very rough for Sonya in just the mobility that Scorpion allows you to bring to the table. Good throw escape again, so on point, and even guessing right at the directions.
Also didn't unblockable there, the meaty full screen spear. I didn't know that Sonya Blade had a good wave dash, because he is schmoving out here.
Oh yeah, no, it is scary. I mean, if you ever play against Op, he is really moving across the screen all the time. Again, shimmied by Javier with punish with the back 1-4. He's gonna get full damage cash out over here. Op unable to break this. Okay, plus frames.
Ooh, fell for the entire attempt. I fall for that all the time. If he,
Scorpion
stuff,
the
but
anti-air.
I mean, answering back with it doesn't matter what side you're on. That down one fits all. Oh, some big damage. That's gonna be it for Javier. Op just got access to no big girl damage in that set. A lot of stray hits. You know, looking at his gameplay, I wish that he would commit just a couple of times, maybe. Especially with the health deficit to, like, you know, the full overhead string, because he had an opportunity early, and all it did was get 1 onion ring on hit, and then that was it.
I think in the situations where, like, Op is looking to poke or potentially down 2 and try and read the throw, he is getting shimmied out. The back 1-4 is doing a lot of work just in that
That was
one
disgusting,
game,
too.
by Javier. But, you know, we usually, when we're seeing Op play, uses rings a lot in neutral. He uses them, you know, as part of footsies, just to establish and control a certain range of space, but obviously being a bit more reluctant to do that against a character like Scorpion, who can just, you know, appear on the other side of you. And even though it is high recovery, or sorry, it's not high recovery, it's very quick recovery, you still have the ever-looming threat of Hellport cancel, and just being full combo punished for that.
There is no, you know, Sonya Blade is going to be in control of this match. It is going to be at Scorpion's will. And that's how almost every matchup with a character like Scorpion feels like, is that you cannot stop him from doing what he wants. And that's never a good feeling to have.
It really isn't. Right there, you know, Op respected the amplification on the teleport as well, right as the match started out. Javier definitely committed to that a bit too earnestly, and didn't work out for him. Now with punish, again, Javier ready to pull the trigger on that back 1-4 straight away and go for that. 4-3 attempt off now. On the offensive, neutral jump. Didn't OS though because of the side switch.
Not ready for the back 1-4 to connect there either. Just going into the string. Oh, and finally, Op! I mean, feeling the pressure, overextends, but Javier, the punish.
What is it, the one time he commits to it on block, that's Javier guesses right.
Yep, guesses right,
that must not be good for the
punishes
morale.
perfectly.
That
would throw me in a mental spiral out of control. But Op, if he can hang on here. Pressure's good this time around. Just gets the ring.
I'm very glad that both
is
of
just
them
playing
are
his game again.
Both of them are wearing a very home and away skin right now, rocking the same color palette as well. It's very satisfying for the eyes. Just have to put that out. Escape failed as well for Javier. Gonna find an opening hit. Op forced off that defensive bar.
Such gameplay. No. The full screen launcher there.
Javier dropped his combo. I'm surprised he didn't even get the KB for it at that range. Op right now, unable to do much more off of that confirm. He's gonna get the back throw. 13% on the board for himself. Ooh, gotta watch out though.
Walked right into a forward 3-4, and then the low. Javier, can he do no wrong? Can he do no wrong right now? I don't think that he has looked phased or hindered, threatened one time so far in this set.
Yeah, I mean, Javier looks like just a freight train at the moment. A lot of what he's doing is really just working out for him, you know, really good spacing as well, and just the timing of the buttons that he's throwing out. We're seeing a lot of counter hits and stuff like that as well. Like, his timing is really, like, he's very well aware of the fact that Op is, like, you know, wanting to challenge him on movement or things like that, and he's aware of, like, his general game plan. And it looks like quite a difficult thing when Javier is getting that life lead, because he is just, you know, reverting back into the full screen game, kind of playing that neutral that, and then making Alp approach him. We're once again at this thing where you're just playing the life lead game, right?
That's right.
Playing it patient. You don't need to do anything. You just need to make your opponent chase you, and then if you catch them slipping or misspacing something, then you punish them for it.
And we haven't seen Scorpion really almost at all be in a punishable state. Thus we haven't seen Op get, dare I say, a full combo. Have we seen one full combo out of Op? It's just been these stray little quick overhead or, you know, onion rings. That's about it.
Definitely now is the time to shine, though, for Op, if he wants to accumulate some of these points. No easy feat in the face of MK Javier.
I feel like every time Op has pressed forward on his pad, it's been a forward 3 meeting him.
I think so, and there we go, full confirm right there for Op. Got a great whip punish to start things off. 30%, followed by another 16, using the marching orders as well. Javier guessing wrong in the corner.
And okay, you have to respect it though. Op wanted to get on the board and get on the board right now. Cannot let that hinder him too much here. I still feel like that was a good aggressive decision to go for it.
I think so too. He had the health lead to work with. He is schmoving right now as well on the screen, not wanting to get caught by that the spear just in neutral. That's gonna be a long reward for Javier. Oh, caught him, jailed into the situation. Great
There's the aggression. That's what we're talking about. There's the belief.
Round 2, fight.
Oh. Very rarely do you see that down one get beaten out.
Oh no. Went for the full amplification on the teleport. Didn't have the time to confirm it though. Up. Playing on the aggression. Okay, escape failed. Oh, what? I don't think that's what he wanted.
I don't know either. That was unfortunate. Maybe he wanted that. Did he?
Javier once again, he drops his confirm off the amplified teleport. Okay, off now. Oh, this is tense, Mr. Aquaman.
Ooh, that was a dirty mix-up right there. Scorpion has so many options. He can back 3 right there safely. Really catch you off guard. Very, very, very rarely do you see the short hop 2 come into play.
Very rarely indeed. He's gonna spend the KB over here. Gonna bleed up a little bit. Has him in the corner. Sonya can get that reposition with punish with the back one. Okay, good low crush.
Javier can seemingly do no wrong with his normal placement right now. He's doing that 4-3 at that range. Oh, what a micro duck. That's going to be the final nail in Op's coffin here tonight. Getting sent home at solid 7th, though, on the week. Out of the entire region, that's getting him some good points. Op is currently sitting at 13th in points overall for the series. So he needs one good week. He got a couple of points, which will catch him up closely to the 3-way tie for 10th. Like it's getting really close there, right outside of top 8 in points, and he's going to put himself in a decent position. Op is going into the final week, whereas if he has one good run, we could see him in this thing. Yeah,
honestly, I mean, it seems like, I mean, definitely it is like when you're in this tight a situation, he's going to have like a very good run in the next pro comp event if he wants a chance in at the regional finals. But overall, we are seeing a lot, you know, better performances coming out from Op. That was really just, I mean, Javier has been on a tear quite a lot recently, you know, but now we are at this position where, remember those Rise players I was talking about earlier? Losers round 2 is pretty destructive, Aquaman. I mean, Zoker versus Law Corridor, both guys looked really, you know, they are very dominant players when they're getting their game going, but one of them's going to have to steal the momentum, and then Mirko and then Javier, we're seeing the Scorpion specialists face off against each other. Only one of them's coming out on top.
Absolutely. We'll see what goes down here, guys, in the next set of matches here in the Mortal Kombat Pro competition. But before we take a quick break, go check out the merchandise here. Go rep your realm, Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. Browse apparel featuring your region's league and favorite characters. Melina, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, you guys see there. But there's plenty more on the site. Go check it out. Support your realm, the pro competition with it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back with some more Mortal Kombat action here on Mortal Kombat Pro Competition. Don't go anywhere.
jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation. Looking for attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the fourth dimension, trapeze high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. Real life manipulators, get it back up and see you later. I like me for me, I'ma be what I'ma be. I like me for me, I am who I wanna be. Na 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 na. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. I like me for me, I'ma be what I'ma be. Prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself. I like me for me.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Intercontinental E-West Top 8 over here presented by PS4 Tournaments. I'm Falcon, joined alongside by Mitsu Bones, who you guys saw earlier on. And how are you doing today anyway, Mitsu?
Excellent, man. It's good to be back. I mean, so far, I was watching on the sideline and I was like, this is moving very, very quickly, man. It's been swift games pretty much throughout the entire of round one. But, you know, we've seen that a couple times before. Usually, if round one is done and dusted very quickly, round two usually is a bit more grueling. So let's see how it plays out for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, but before we can get into all of that stuff, I want to give a quick shout out to our presenting partner, the PS4 Tournament Open Series. The Pro Competition is presented by the PS4 Tournaments. Be sure to check out the Open Series. Over here, you can do that from the comfort of your own console, from the comfort of your own room. They're weekly competitions for all skill levels, so don't be afraid to get involved, test your mettle, see where you're at. Just head over to that website, you see it on the screen, compete.playstation.com, but don't fret if you don't have a computer or a laptop to access it on. You can always do it from your console straight away. Just head over to the events area and get yourself involved. But as you can see on this bracket right here, Mitsu will be handling this bloodbath in Losers Round 2 with me. I mean, both Rise players over here, did excellently for starters, making it into Winners Top 8. But now we're going to have Zoker versus Law Corridor. Essentially, one player who is very, I guess, by the book, I will say, with Zoker. And Law Corridor plays on feel a lot of the time. But then the latter half, Mirko and Javier, that's going to be a treat for you, isn't it, Mitsu, being a Scorpion person yourself?
I mean, that is tough. That is really a tough one, man. Two Scorpion loyalists through and through, battling it out. Not only in top 8, but top 8 losers, man. I don't know what to think of that one, but I think that could be very, very entertaining. But for starters, it's going to be Zoker versus Law Corridor.
Yep.
I mean, looking very good so far, man. Both of them looking very good, so I don't know what to make of it. I don't want to, call it.
Well, Zoker's playstyle, it didn't work against Makaran earlier, right? Makaran managed to close out that set. Now, Zoker did show a lot more signs of life when he switched over to Liu Kang instead of Cabal for the Cetrion matchup. But Law, on the other hand, it's not like... he plays Joker, but Law plays pretty much every loadout possible of Joker, Now, when it comes to playing against Zoker, it's going to be a matter of if Zoker is going to be rocking it looks like he is, rocking the pretty much staple to him, dash cancel variation. Law, on the other hand, doesn't have to worry about slight gas in this case, so I wonder what his pick is going to be for Joker.
He's thinking about it, seems like. The calm before the storm. Hovering over Sub-Zero. Or he's just AFK, I don't know. Let's not think too much into it.
Okay, so rocking the most popular Joker variation over here, Kapow and Jumping Jester. I think it's a pretty solid loadout choice, given the circumstances as well. Low hook grab, dash cancel, and hook grab on the side of Zoker. This is what all you people who watch EU East and EU West, have come to see a lot. The difference in Cabal, Zoker pretty much is the only guy that still runs low hook grab of his own choice. And on top of that, makes really good use out of the dash cancel. But the Jack-in-the-Box trade to start things off for Law Corridor gets the confirm into the dash-up throw over there, and also gets a barometer from Zoker.
Wow, both jumping short hop against the neutral jump.
Okay, oh my god!
What? Signal
Just dunked him
button
on the
hit
face.
confirm. Alright, Law Corridor.
The absolute apex of that range, and Zoker guessing wrong in that throw over there. Law Corridor with a very substantial health lead, catching him out the air on the buzzsaw with the amplified Jumping Jester. Now Law sitting on a bar, doesn't even need it to close out this round. One good touch is going to do it, and he's utilizing Joker's excellent backdash game and really running it down, getting the interactable, and just peppering him with these projectiles to stop him from being able to do anything.
Oh! Hold on a minute. A nomad dash and a dream.
Oh! Gives him the cane straight from the ground.
What?
Yeah, just denying any prospect of Zoker being able to play over there. Now the plus frames on the Jumping Jester, whether it be on hit or on block, quite significant. So Law using it in these situations to trade. Very, very good presence of mind and decision making right there as well.
Another
side switch combo.
Button confirmed though, man. Very impressive stuff indeed from Law Corridor early in the set. Here comes Zoker though. Wow, what a cancel. straight into the grab.
Keeps him on his feet right there. Zoker now has the corner position to work with, finds a clean hit confirmed, the counter hit forward 2. He's gonna get a lot of damage over here in the corner. Ends in that low hook. Yep, there it is, 34%.
Very good stuff.
And this is really where Zoker is scariest, right? When you're on the receiving end of dealing with Cabal pressure like that, but right here, very important hit right there for Law Corridor. Is gonna get the confirm. Ends in that jumping jester. Oh, could have picked that up.
Oh, what a tech, man! That tech was everything.
It really was.
And unfortunately, not patient enough is Zoker. Finally biting on that bait. Law Corridor striking first.
Honestly, that was such a tight situation.
Yeah.
I could tell when Law actually got the hit with the Jester, he was too reluctant to follow up with anything because of the recovery, right? Because Zoker still had the breakaway. It's like he just decided to let it drop and just hold it and try and go for something afterwards. And it was a little bit of a scramble between them, but ultimately, Zoker bit the bullet at the end. Unfortunately for him, didn't guess right. And Law stealing away another game like we saw him do earlier on with a very tiny amount of life.
Cabal, the Joker.
Straight into it. Let's look at the variation. Yeah, it's the same skin by the looks of it, so I think no changes as of right now.
Yeah, it seems to pretty much just be the same thing. I'm gonna see rocking from Zoker. I mean, honestly, that came down to like such a micro decision, if anything. I don't even think there's a point in changing the variation. It seemed pretty effective at playing how he wanted to play, but Law is the one that came out on top in that first game. Now this is losers round 2, as you can see above the screen. What a whiff punish right there. Doesn't want to spend the KB already though. Despite the fact that Zoker didn't have the breakaway. Holding on to that one, but a reversal again with a Nomad Dash.
From their range as well. Zoker, no fear from this man.
None whatsoever. Stand 2-1 right there. Gets the confirm into the Kapow. He's going to go dash up. Forward 2-1. Not overcommitting just in case of the break.
Oh,
Great
what a
interruption.
challenge as well. Law Corridor looking really crisp right now. Good anti-air. Nothing afterwards. Clean jumping though. Hold on a minute. Here comes Zoker. Does he spin it? He does.
Okay, now Law just about built back the defensive bar. I wonder if he thought that Law was going to break right at the end. But either way, this is a big damage cash out for Zoker right now. Gets himself a nice... Probably. 45% on the board for himself. Goes to the forward 4, straight into the dead run. I can't even speak. That's how fast he's moving. the dash cancel into the forward throw. And, I mean, yeah, Zoker looking a lot more on form.
Zoning.
Okay, Law trying it again with that forward 2 into Kapow.
So was it a confirm or was it not?
Probably just a buffer, to be honest. Okay, forward 2. String gonna get the full combo cash out as well. A nice little 30% on the board for himself.
Good patience from Law Corridor, man. Not pressing whatsoever. Look at that.
That was a great block right there. Unfortunately, just about missed the punish though. The jumping Jester gonna trade favorably for Law, but still has the life deficit at the moment.
Oh, clips him by the end of that string, or the second hit rather. Good down 1 challenge.
Oh, what a whiff punish right there. Perfectly spaced out by Law Corridor.
42%, man.
And now Zoker, he doesn't have that fatal blow, you know, as an access.
And here we go.
Law with a fatal blow of his own. Bit of a dangerous situation right now for Zoker. But that jump. Oh, no proper confirm, but the forward throw is going to be enough damage.
Is it?
To close.
It's not! It's not, Falcon! Falcon, it's not!
Calculation sucks today!
Oh, boy, oh boy. We almost had a situation. That is one of those characters you do not want to let live, man.
Yeah, for real, especially given the fact that that happened earlier on, where once again I was like, oh, he's dead. You know what? I'm just not going to call it anymore. Apparently I can't do math. And, like, the same thing happened where Conflictus left Law Corridor alive after confirming into and then going into Fatal Blow. But Law stole away the round. And now, in this situation, that was such a scramble right at the end. Luckily for Zoker, he managed to secure that one, get himself that all-important game, and tie things up 1-1.
Soul Chamber.
No changes from low quarter. Same variation by the looks of it. No surprises really. I don't think there's any surprises.
He's running a different variation. Yeah, he's Batsy Pew Pew.
Huh. Wait, is this the same skin?
Yeah, he must be using the same skin. I think he had a slightly different weapon. But that's literally the only change I noticed.
Don't mind me then. He wants to do some zoning by himself.
You see that confirmed 33% right there? Straight into the 4-2 Kapow. Didn't have the bar to get any more off of it, but right now Law Corridor has deleted 50%. Make that more, as he's going to get the 4-2 on 2KB over here. Zoker just has to hold this. There is no point in breaking, and Law destroyed Zoker that round in just a few simple touches.
Less than 20 seconds. I think that was the fastest round of this championship Sunday so far, man. A speed run, if you will.
Definitely a speed run right there. Okay, a nice chunk of chip damage from that Batsy Pew Pew for Law Corridor to work with.
We haven't seen that in so long.
Straight shots.
We haven't seen that in so long, I feel like. Who uses Batsy Pew Pew?
Tried to get a punish on that buzzsaw. Didn't quite work out for Law as he's now scouting out Zoker, trying to get him to bite, but the 4-2 interruption.
Not in time with the punish. After the breakaway, jump in, finally blocked. Got so much mileage out of that last game. Fishing for a breakaway, not biting. His low quarter gets a grab.
I like Zoker's patterns right now. He's really mixing it up, making it hard for Law to anticipate. Oh my god, instant challenge on the dash right there. Counter hit with the 4-2-2. Doesn't want to go into the armor break over there. Opted to go for the hook grab. Law breaking. Has the fatal blow as well to work with. That could have been huge.
Very good patience from Zoker here. That fatal blow. On cooldown. You know what that means.
Oh no, that's not enough to kill, but
18%!
Yep.
Well, what's it gonna be? 5 seconds on the clock. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the more obvious choice. Law Corridor, being ready for it. Not biting.
He must have read a Jack in the Box or something like that, but that was a really, like, he just had to, you know? And Law just blocking, being patient, doing exactly what he needed to do. If Zoker was lucky, he would have caught, like, a dash, maybe. But, yeah, you know, in the face of these, like, timeout situations, you don't really have many options. Law Corridor has himself a lead in the set. Once again over here, but now, I mean, it's going to be a matter of, we've seen Zoker down in this situation before. Are we going to be seeing Liu Kang again, or are we going to be seeing him stick to Cabal, maybe opting for a different variation of Cabal? It's really like, you know, the choice is his, but he's going to be locked into that character or that character and variation for the remainder of this set, and he's betting his tournament life on it.
Oh, it's looking like another Cabal. I might be thinking about the variation this time around, or about this matchup as a whole. You know, Zoker, I feel like, could definitely need this win. Currently 5th in the standing with 750 points. You know, 5th. That is a number, man. You're definitely not guaranteed. It's a tricky situation to be in, especially this late in the season.
Yeah, for sure. I also am I'm wondering what Zoker's decision making is as to not run Slight Gas against Batsy Pew Pew as well. I guess overall it probably wouldn't benefit him too much given how Law's been playing, but you know, it's one thing I like to think about every year. But it would give a lot of the situation of him being able to switch again the jumping gesture afterwards, which might be counterproductive. But we're seeing him rock with the same one over here as he's been playing through so far with Zoker. So we're on Charon's ship in a potential last game between these two players. Zoker gonna have to answer back.
Wow. Okay, clean jump in. Wheelchair is gone. Exploded, actually.
Poor guy. Oh my god, he waited that long for the whip punish? I think he didn't want to get low profile on the 4-2 or something. I'm not sure about that one. Law really letting that one slip through his fingers. 30% on the board for Zoker. He's going to go into the 2-2, staggering the 4-2-2s. Good challenge from Law Corridor right there. Doesn't bite on the forward one, but this time gets opened up by the 1-2-3. Law Corridor now cashing out on very big damage over here in the corner. Ending that down 4.
Oh, anti-air as well. That's cross jump in. Hold on a minute. No, one challenge. What patience from Zoker, man.
Yeah, Zoker being incredibly patient, but the Jack in the Box very hard to navigate around that one. As Law Corridor is now on set point, looking to eliminate Rise Joker.
I mean, oh wow. Rare footage of Law Corridor not confirming. Sending 2. I mean, what does he even do against that? I'm sure Nomad Dash at that range doesn't punish.
I don't think it does. Okay, forced off the breakaway now. This is a great position for Zoker to start mounting towards a comeback. He has Law Corridor in the corner without any breakaway against a dash cancel Cabal. This is gonna hurt.
Finally! The low hook, man. I totally forgot he has that. Ooh!
Oh, great punish right there. Okay, ending in that low hook, gets himself 31% on the board. Back one low hook right there.
Wow.
Tricky Fuzzy online.
That was risky stuff coming out of Zoker. Is trying to stay alive this losers round 2. Looking good so far, man. Loker has been trapped in this corner.
No.
Hold on a minute. Give me those ribs.
Those are 2 really bad decisions, I think, from Law. Going for a Batsy Pew Pew this close into the corner without going into it from a block string like we just saw there. And then breaking away.
The grab. This is looking really good for Zoker.
Building a lot of momentum at the moment. Back one low hook again. It's working out and getting so much mileage for him. Back one 2 correctly blocked by Law Corridor, but it's not even going to matter at this point. The jump punch ending in the hook slam right there.
Wow.
Zoker tying things up 2-2. What did I say, Mitsu? The corner position without the breakaway, right? That's Zoker's like promised land right there. That's the best thing he could possibly want, and he clearly maximized as much reward as he could get from that.
I mean, we've been stuck in the right side of the corner with him almost. Didn't even see the left side. Just really staying in that east coast of this current ship. Man, oh man, the minute he was cornered, that was GG. Zoker really pressing the attack, keeping in the corner, and as you said, that breakaway was pretty much
The Joker.
Yeah, that breakaway was
all he needed.
I really question that. I think it's like he made a read on a hook grab, but in that situation, I don't think it would be in any Cabal's interest to not just do hook slam.
Right.
So that's what it was, just a questionable breakaway, and I think that kind of gave a lot of momentum to Zoker that he then ran with for the remainder of that game. But here we are in a new game, new stage, time to rethink and reevaluate. Going into a final game between both these incredibly high-level competitors over here in the EU West side of things. Law Corridor representing Germany and Zoker representing Italy over here in the losers round 2. Start things off once again. That's the 3-for-3 right there. Pretty much every single game actually. Law started off with Amplified Jack in the Box and it's hit every single time.
Clean jumping once again, man. Hold on a minute.
Okay, goes for the throw. Jumping, gonna whiff though. Law making the right read once again. The down 2 KB. Zoker cannot break any of this. It's gonna hurt a lot and push him back 41%.
Yeah, he's just taking the frames, man, to get some zoning going. No way to punish that, I feel like. Oh!
As well, you know, just obviously want to touch on the point that he's using Boing this time with Kapow. What we saw him play earlier on. Oh, that was definitely not what Zoker wanted, surely, unless he was making a very hard read. But to do that with a life deficit?
I don't know what he was looking for. It was definitely a mistake, but I'm not sure what he was buffering to get that move.
I have no idea, to be honest.
What?
Oh, empty Boing down 2? Oh, he's playing disrespectfully right now. Going into jump kick.
One of those things, man.
Blocking.
Game 5 situations, anything goes at this point. Beautiful
Very
confirm from Zoker.
Confirm.
Still doable. Hold on. This is the story of the last game. Corner City. Can he do it again? Boing's out of there. Backdashes.
Yeah, using
Tried
that
it again.
Joker backdash so well.
Try it again, man. Empty Boing into down 2. No one's home. I mean, is Zoker going to mix more with the low grabs? What?
Zoker needs to start challenging these Boings a lot more, I think, because right now he is in his last the last possible situation he could be in, and trying to surmount towards a comeback. But this is rough. 2-1 confirmed. Too far for the Boing.
I thought that was
granted another.
Oh, that is one way of shutting it down. Oh boy, he needs to make something happen. He needs to make something happen, Falcon.
He does. A jump in.
Wow.
Good challenge.
Chip. He can't take more chip.
enough.
He doesn't have the bar. He doesn't have the bar. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, he was.
He tried to trip guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a bit too late. Wow. I mean, what an answer, man. With the hook grab, what an answer. If only he thought about that earlier.
Honestly, yeah, I think he might have been trying it before, but maybe he was just a bit too hesitant depending on the range. But either way, almost amounting towards a comeback and ability to steal the set, but unfortunately, Zoker is eliminated from this week's Intercontinental Combat, as Law Corridor is going to be advancing on in the losers bracket, showing off basically why he is, you know, one of the top standing European online competitors in this environment, you know, in this day and age.
You know,
we're seeing. Sorry, go ahead.
I was talking about how Zoker did need this win being at 5th. But to be fair, on paper, Law Corridor needed this more because he's currently at 8th. Once again, top 8 only qualifies. So, you know, on paper, Law Corridor qualifying further into the tournament makes it even more juicier because he's one of the guys who could, you know, steal the spots out of Zoker. So, you know, anything goes, man. It's so interesting coming, you know, it's so dense when you look at the leaderboards so far. So one more week, man. I don't know how this one will end up.
It's looking to be a real slugfest just between quite a few different people as we approach the top 8 for the regional finals. And, you know, everyone's really clawing for those points. Law Corridor coming in here, obviously being in that kind of like the danger zone, where if someone who is lower placed than him on the leaderboard starts doing really well and amounts the points, they could overtake him, which would mean he loses his position. So this kind of a run from him is already really good, and he's only just amassing that much of a lead, so he can secure that spot. Beating Zoker was no easy feat. I mean, Zoker got into the top 8 from top 8 winners. And, I mean, to beat him is a really good showing nonetheless. But honestly, the next set that we're going to have in our hands, only one of these guys, and these guys are literally the only two that I can think of in pro competition online, the only two dedicated Scorpion players that we see in these top 8s, Mirko and Javier, both representing their respective teams, Rise Gaming and Wizards Club as well, you know, and their respective countries, Italy and Spain.
You know, I want to say that we've seen this before in the pro competition, but I don't want to, you know, don't quote me on it.
I don't feel like we have. I feel like this is always a matchup that people always thought to themselves, you know what, it would be cool to see these guys play in tournament, but I actually don't think we have seen them play.
That's what I said. Don't quote me on it. But it's so interesting to see. It's not only a matter of Scorpion versus Scorpion. It's a matter of 3rd seeds versus 4th seed, man. Mirko currently at 3rd. MK Javier at 4th. I think both of them pretty good in points. I do believe both looking good to qualify, but you know, anything goes still, man. It's just so tight. I don't know. I don't see it like it's the case with EU East, like, you know, you have K-Top at like 1,400 points or whatever. No, it's a bit more dense. Once again, man, anything goes still. I think West is even more open than East so far, man. It's making things so much juicier, I think.
We're having a lot of very like narrow matches, very narrow results, you know, where you have like 2 people who are definitely shoo-ins to make this, but then like everything about like maybe about 5th onwards is kind of like up in the air.
Yeah.
Where if someone performs really well this week and then does really well like in the next event, it's gonna just like it's gonna secure their spot in the regional finals, which then puts more pressure on these other players that have a position to actually lose. But before we get into the rest of losers round 2, Mitsu, we want to talk about Astro Gaming over here. Would you like to run the people through it?
Of course, Astro Gaming, man, has been a supporter of the Mortal Kombat scene for quite a bit. I remember ever since, I think earlier even, but for me especially at the final Combat 2020, man. Good times, so long ago. Astro Gaming, man. Check out the official license of PlayStation products available right now at astrogaming.com. Our gear is proudly provided by Astro Gaming, so if you like what you hear and what you see, of course, it's on our head and on the screen. go ahead and visit astrogaming.com. Show that love like they are showing us their support for the Mortal Kombat Pro competition. In saying that, we are swinging the kunais, Falcon.
Oh, that we are.
Got
Straight
serious.
off of that film hype over here as we're going into a Scorpion mirror match. Now, this is very canonical, honestly, at this point. That Scorpion's definitely fought Scorpion, you know? But, I mean, okay, so on Mirko's side, we're seeing that variation we saw earlier on, Sinblade and Hellport Cancel, whereas Javier rocking Burning Spear and Hellport Cancel as well. Now, Hellport Cancel being such a staple move for all Scorpion players, you know, just wanting to play out that neutral, being a very good option for general mobility, and right there, back to OS straight away, getting the Sinblade pickup for the extension. Mirko cashing out and big damage right there, stand for a reset, 32% into the back throw for another 13.
Lots of blocking, man. Lots of blocking.
Yeah, just a lot of staggering right now.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see.
Chip damage definitely going to be a factor. That neutral jump too right there from Mirko. Going to narrowly avoid that, I'm guessing was a standing 3 right there from Javier. 4-4-2. No flawless block from Javier.
Oh, very patient, getting a back 3 as well. Oh, hold on a minute! Hold on a minute. First hit of the back 2 is whiffed into a recent. Yes, into the grab. I mean,
yeah, now that I'm pretty sure that both hits. He didn't have the bar. He didn't have the bar, Mitsu. If he had the bar, it was dead.
I mean, Mirko, you lucky son of a gun. We almost had a huge situation, man. What a comeback that would have been.
Okay, started things off. Got the breakaway from Mirko. Javier has the quarter position. He's got that forward 3 on deck as well. Trying to fish out any buttons coming out from Mirko, but Mirko being vigilant, staying wise to everything. Not wanting to press too much.
So in case you are a bit confused, Mirko in black. Okay, Javier in yellow.
Okay, his throws starting to rack up a bit for Mirko over here. Short hop gonna connect. Goes for the jump into, keeps the plus frames. Okay, Sinblade. Probably fishing for Javier to go on the approach with that second neutral jump right now. Nothing to worry about with 4-3-4.
Uh-huh. I don't know about you, but do you feel this tension as well? I feel like some kind of tension. I don't know, man.
It really just comes down to who's got the better hit confirms in this matchup, isn't it? Stand for gonna go into the double spear combo. End it over there as the sword is gonna do enough damage. 319. Rise Mirko taking game number 1.
Oh, that ultra's so sick.
It's probably the coolest one,
So
I think.
sick. So Mirko striking first in this all Scorpion set. I would be very disappointed if any of these gentlemen would switch.
I think, you know, given the fact that they're playing a mirror match, they're obviously, it's a player preference as to how they feel specifically about mirror matches. Because sometimes, like, there are times where you don't feel comfortable playing your character against your own character. But I don't think with these two guys, you know, who predominantly do play Scorpion. I don't recall Mirko playing anyone else in tournament. Javier, on the other hand, you know, we've seen him play Spawn in the past. But realistically, I don't really see him switching off the Scorpion. I don't really think there's a need to.
I'm not. I like. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but maybe it could even be like a code of honor type of thing, like almost like a mental warfare. Like if you switch out a Scorpion, I won. Like you know what?
It's like don't
you know
even pick the character again after that. Just remove him from your entire play. Oh, overcommitment. Not a punish though from Javier. Speaking of punishes, clean counter hit right there for Mirko, fishing out Javier's button plus frames. Mirko now on the offensive, has the corner position and a huge health lead to boast about as well.
Talk about momentum. Look at that.
MKX and JP right there, coming through and saving Mirko. Z now has this round over here in game number 2.
Ooh, what a confirm from MK Javier. Patience. We both of these gentlemen not really biting, man. Not flinching. Raw teleport though. How about that?
Oh, stand for anti-air straight into the teleport. That was great stuff right there. He's gonna go into the KB over here. That he is 36% and more with the burn. Now Mirko has all the pressure in the corner. Down one checks Javier.
Oh.
Trying to find his way out, but being a little bit over patient at the moment. Okay, overcommitment.
Oh. And that combo is not easy, man. The Sin Blade straight after the teleport, that is not easy. Wow, wake up. Forward walk into a throw. I believe there was an escape failed as well.
It was, but the 4-3-4 got minced straight away by Mirko, saying, I obviously know my own character's gaps. And using the up 3 for the invulnerability, closing things out, taking game number 2 for himself. In a very convincing fashion, I might admit to. It seems like Mirko really just has Javier's number at the moment.
It's looking like it. Is this the time where MK Javier decides to go with another character? That I wonder.
I wonder. I mean, the thing is, if he were, if he were to, in theory, play Spawn,
Right.
he would be nuking Mirko's health bar for every mistake that he makes. But unfortunately, I don't really think Spawn is a good pick for the way that Mirko's playing, because stand 1 is just gonna let you down. And then you've got your poke game where you're pretty limited against Scorpion, where he's got down 3, down 1. You're pretty limited to just using your down 1s and your down 4s maybe. But in this kind of situation, it's like Mirko's stagger game is constantly in this ever-changing pattern that Javier hasn't really been able to adjust to. He's being like challenging at the wrong times. You know, he's seeing him lose faith in his hit confirms as he's just dialing things in, and it seems to be taking a toll on him. Okay, forward throw Oki to work with.
Oh my goodness, how ready is this guy? Hold on a minute. Gets his chin checked.
Yeah, that was a really good read for Javier right now, cashing out on 42% right there, keeping him standing as well.
Oh no, he dropped it. He's blocked. Yeah, didn't have the offensive bar, but this is looking really good for MK Javier. This is looking like the Mirko from last game. But it's MK Javier this time around with the offensive.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Mitsu, as you do see Javier showing a lot more signs of life. This is definitely his last life over here in the tournament. He's going to have to use it wisely. Taking one more loss is going to put him out. And Mirko right now making that no easy feat at the moment, but Javier playing a lot better than he had been in the last 2 games. Puts himself in the corner, took the risk. Didn't have the bar either. Just really committed to that one.
That is so impressive how he doesn't drop the air sim blade, man, after the teleport. Not an easy combo whatsoever!
Oh no, Mitsu, what is he doing right there? Mirko didn't have the bar to extend, but still got himself 15%. Now speaking of, 16% right here for Javier off that Flame Spear forward throw. Sinblade gonna whiff. Okay, instant break.
Still believing, man. You still believing. Well, technically, one button into a fatal blow.
Yeah, that's all he needed. You could tell using the plus frames, fishing for a down one right there, instant back one.
Look at those
Mirko
staggers,
staggering.
man. Woo!
My goodness. What do you do? Standing 2 is plus. Standing 2, 1 is going to blow you up if you try and poke at the wrong time, and it's also plus. Mirko so confidently staggers.
Match point Mirko.
Okay, Javier opening up the space right now. Looking for a hit, down 4. Goes for the confirm. Has himself a bit of pressure now and a little bit of a health lead. Okay, he's feeling out of space. You're seeing him go for these neutral jump 2s a lot, trying to catch him on the way down. And Mirko spending the KB over here. He's going to get 28%. The bleed is going to add an additional 10%-ish. And the back throw only amounting to that. Total overall damages. We're now seeing Javier just under half life. Got punished!
Activated at the wrong time. Fishing for the breakaway with the back 3. You're not going to get it. Another air-to-air, and I think... Oh, no! Down 2 was whiffed.
I think he read the breakaway right there. That would have connected if he did. Javier has the defensive bar for the health port cancel. He has Fatal Blow. He has Flame Spear buff.
Fatal blow.
Oh, that's
There it
big
is.
right there.
There it is.
Confirmed.
There it is. Man, oh man. Those final, what, 9 seconds were very intense, even though there was not much going on the screen. MK Javier finally on the board in the Scorpion show-off. Losers round 2. Staying alive.
That was such an important whiff punish for him. Mirko whiffed earlier and Javier didn't get the punish, but Mirko gave him another chance over there. Misspaced and punished appropriately Javier, using all of his resources necessary to close out that game. Keep himself alive over here in the loser's side, but he definitely, you know, is going to have to... I would like to say he very narrowly took that game. You know, no disrespect intended to Javier, but that was very narrow.
Of course.
And he's still going to have to win 2 more if he wants a chance at winning the set. So we're going to have to see him play even better than we've just seen him play. Because you know for sure that Mirko is going to be adapting to all of that stuff and he's going to be bringing the heat in this game. So it's really just a matter of if Mirko is going to be the one waiting for you to mess up or if he's going to be the one making you choke.
Yeah, no changes
Javier,
for the variation as well.
Yeah, Javier riding with the hopes of Spain on his back. Shout out to the Spanish FGC as well. A bunch of hype lords, really cool people. The back 2, OS right there. Mirko getting full advantage of the situation. 32%. Back 3 as well for the knockdown. And a little bit more damage. Javier's going to have to start something special. Okay, back throw.
Another grab.
They're really just inching towards each other like every single time, you know?
Oh, he
almost
tried.
got the pickup.
He tried.
Oh, what a flawless block.
At least got the breakaway, even if he does lose this game. Or round, I should say.
Nice throw escape as well. Incredible defensive play from Mirko right now. From both players, really. I mean, the flawless block has been ridiculous from Javier, but oh, the trade situation. Mirko now on set point. Javier definitely showing a lot of signs of life. He's going to have to really pull a rabbit out of the hat, though, to make this one work out for him. Great anti-air into the helport.
Escape failed. This is huge.
It is. If he can find a successful throw over there.
Oh
crushing
no!
blow.
Bad news, man. There is no breakaway either. Spins the bar, 2-1-2 crushing blow, 400 and then some.
Yep. Oh, the OS right there off the jump kick, and the bleed damage still ticking down. Javier on his last legs, but the low profile on the spear into the back 2 punish for the advancement. Great matchup knowledge from Mirko, understanding his own character. Z eliminates Wizard Club's Javier from this top 8 in the EU West and advances on in the losers bracket.
I mean, what could you even say, man? It's just too clean. Mirko is just looking too clean.
He's going to have a chance to avenge his fallen comrade, where he's going to be fighting against Law Corridor in the next stage of losers as well. You know, and Law taking down Zoker earlier on. So this has really been, you know, an impressive showing throughout by the Italian players over here in this top 8 bracket. But we also do want to give a shout outs as well to our now fallen soldier, just for generally playing it really well, you know, and everything. But before we can get on with more Mortal Kombat, you know, the presenting partner over here, the PS4 Tournament Open Series. Be sure to check out the Open Series, get yourself signed up, beat.playstation.com for all skill levels, weekly competitions, streamed as well for the top 8, so if you're looking to get your name out there in the spotlight or just dip into the world of competitive Mortal Kombat, you can do that as so. The winners finals as well. That faded Cetrion mirror match that I'm sure we're going to be seeing it too.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But Asadimate was looking really good against Mirko earlier. And I'm not, like, it's so impressive to see Asadimate, man. He put out a tweet a few weeks ago saying, like, I can't be participating in so many tournaments anymore because of, like, you know, studying and his legal stuff, you know, being a lawyer, man, probably taking some time. And it's so interesting that simultaneously he's so good, man, still making it so far into the top 8. So winners finals nonetheless. And as a matter of fact, he's still looking very, very good to make the regional finals. Currently 6th place with 680 points. He's guaranteed 3rd, so that is 230 points. Adding to that, I mean, slowly but surely approaching that 1K mark, which is putting him in a beautiful spot for sure. Asurimatsu looking good.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, and to be honest, he is a player that doesn't really get to spend a lot of time, playing the game because of his commitments outside of game. However, he utilizes his time very well, and he's playing a character that is obviously a very good character, regarded as the best in the game. But in that sense, that he plays such a defensive and patient playstyle, that she is a character that complements that way that he wants to play the game so well, and it makes sense that and then I guess it makes his life a little bit easier knowing that he doesn't have to fight as much of an uphill battle with his character, because the less time he spends on the game and he's using it efficiently, he can then spend it on a character that basically does exactly what he needs to do pretty comfortably. But Makaran, Makaran known for being a Scarlet specialist, more so than Cetrion. Cetrion kind of being that competitive pick that you can go to if, Scarlet isn't working out for you. And Scarlet, not exactly, the most highly regarded as one of the best characters in the game, definitely not. But she is what I guess we could say is painfully average. But in the right hands, she can be destructive, as we've seen from people like Josh before in the past as well.
I mean, he's looking good. He's looking good, man. I mean, I was caught off guard as well by that Citrian pick. Usually, like you said, a Scarlet player through and through, but it was working out. And let's see if it is going to be an all Cetrion winners finals. Should be an interesting one for sure. I think with the same loadout as well. We'll get these gentlemen into the lobby in just a teeny bit. Very interesting. Makaran currently 10th place in the standing with 360 points. He's currently in a tie situation with Conflictus.
Yeah.
So both sitting at 10th. And once again, man, I don't know. Sound like a broken record probably, but it's still possible for these gentlemen to make something happen, to get into the top 8, to play for $5,000 at the end of the season. And, when this whole thing started, it seemed like so far away, but technically it was just 8 weeks. So 8 qualifiers per region. But because, every single week it was, focused on a single region, that's why it seemed so, a huge season,
it's been
right?
stretched out over months.
Exactly. But technically, it was like 8 weeks per region, so technically not that much. But we find ourselves EU West Week 7 side of things this week. One more week, and we do have our top 8 set to play for $5,000. What would be sick would be a tie situation, maybe a tiebreaker situation on stream, maybe, as we've seen before. At was it ESL, I believe, season 2, way back in time. But though those things happen and those things are juicy, like a main event type of thing, almost there. Maybe next week we'll see one of those situations, as we see right now Makaran once again and Conflictus 10th. Maybe we find it a tie for 8th place at the next week.
Maybe. I mean, if Makaran is able to perform really well today and also in this winner's finals, anything can be expected. But if Makaran's able to do that, that's going to definitely put him in a nice position to be able to, have that very comfortable place and position in the regional finals by accumulating enough points. And that's really what this has all been about, over the Intercontinental Combat, over Liga Latina, North American League. It's all been about accruing the amount of points that you can get to secure your spot, whereas North America has 16 players for the amount of players out there. They got 16 players split across the region that are going to be making their regional finals for 16K. Where at, with the top 8 playing for 5K over Liga Latina and in the Intercontinental Combat, it's like we've got a lot of close competition between these regions. EU West specifically, as Mitsu was touching on earlier. And we also want to apologize just about, some mild delays as well. We're just getting the players ready and everything as well, so we can get back into the action and ready to start off the winners finals. But overall, we are at week 7 of 8. As mentioned, and this is really the culmination of a lot of effort from many different players across our scenes to really they've been fighting a lot, really, really hard. Even the players that aren't in top 8 today, your Swift Frasers and stuff as well, have been putting on this amazing show when they're in top eights. And there are people like Op as well, who might not have done as well as he wanted in this top eight, but generally making a statement by being able to make these top eights. You goes to show that kind of like the fluctuation of players that we tend to have. Obviously, we have our returning faces quite frequently, our Mirko, our Zokers, and stuff like that. But like the other players are all fighting, tooth and nail to really get their way into top eight just for a chance at amassing enough points to make it worth, worth the run.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing that we are, or that we do have these opportunities to let these people stay busy the way they are. There's so much to play for. We have pro competition almost every other week. I mean, we do have it as a viewer every week, but for these gentlemen in particular, every other week playing for some points and the glory and the fame, really. I mean, who was, Lionel? I don't know about Lionel, but, he came in
really
here.
Just came out of nowhere, right?
Exactly, right? He performed the way he did, and, there is a name. He made a name for himself. Maybe a bit too late, but who knows, performed well week 7, still has a week to go. Hopefully he enters, man. But, even with, like, PS4 tournaments, the Open Series, every single week, we got, at prime time, Mortal Kombat action, be it EU and A, the finals, the open qualifiers. It's a very good time to be a Mortal Kombat fan. We got the 2-year anniversary, Mortal Kombat 11. 2 years old, man. I remember, so many things I remember. The London reveal event. You were there, man. We had a chat at the end of the presentation, man. All the way to Final Combat, all the way to the second season of the Pro Competition. I'm not sure what's next, but yeah, man, I'm very much looking forward to what is coming up next. And yeah, what we do have next is going to be Asorimate versus Mekaran, I do believe.
We're gonna go into the loser side of things. We do have a bit of a player tech issue at the moment. So before we, hold up the stream any further and leave you guys waiting for more Mortal Kombat, which is obviously what you guys are here to watch, we are gonna go into the losers bracket side of things. And, it's going to be between Law Corridor and Mirko. Now, Mirko is going to be, as I mentioned before, trying to avenge his fallen comrade, having lost his brother-in-arms, not only sponsored by the same team, but also, patriotism right here, nationalism, both players being from Italy. But right here in the loser semifinals, now both these guys are players that have won the ESL Open Series Invitationals, the monthly finals, Law Corridor and Rise Mirko. Now, for them to be playing in losers bracket alone is like quite a statement to say that the other caliber of players have put them there. But then in losers semis, when you're this close to the finals, it's like only one of them is really making it through. But Law needs the points a lot more than Mirko does, so he has a bit more to play for. But Mirko also has the added satisfaction of being able to gatekeep Law,
Man, you make that sound brutal, man.
I mean, it's possible.
For sure, man. There is a specific feeling to it. But I think, having revenge a bit more in his mind, just a few matches away, or a few seconds, I should say, almost there. Should be an interesting one. Mirko, like you said, sitting tight at, what is it, 3rd place, I believe? Yeah, 3rd place with 940. Law Corridor just at the cusp, and 620, 8th place. He definitely needs this win. So far looking good with the Joker. Might pull out a Jarvis as well, depending on how Mirko is doing. So because of the switch straight into the loser side of things, not going with the winners finals, Mirko is playing back-to-back, which could definitely be working in his favor, man. Still coming out, victorious against MK Javier in a, I would say, convincing fashion. Maybe he's feeling it. Maybe still warm. I think this could play into his cards.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of up in the air at this point. Law is a player that can adapt on the fly very quickly, but the same thing can be said about Mirko. Both players are very competent when it comes to playing the game anyway. Obviously, they're here in top 8. They've won Open Series Invitationals. There's more we can say to kind of butter them up, but you guys know how good they are, right? They've been playing in the online Mortal Kombat realm for a while now. They've been doing really well in the competitive Versatile side of stuff in Europe. And Law has very much become I guess quite a renowned name since Mortal Kombat 11 has dropped. Started off to be a bit more of the villain, but I guess now he's literally playing the role of the villain, being the Joker specialist that he is. And he's pretty, I guess, you know, I can safely say this, he is the best Joker that we have in Europe. And that being said, it's like, we're seeing a lot of different things coming out of the woodwork. You know, the Boing Kapow loadouts that we've never seen before in competitive, and working really well for the style of play that Law Corridor adopts. Mirko, on the other hand, has a few different loadouts for Scorpion. I genuinely can't even... I don't think Mirko has the other characters unlocked for all I know. Like, everything else, there's no other character in this roster aside from Scorpion for him. You know, he's through and through going to be playing this character. And Law, rocking that Joker as mentioned before. We are ready to approach into the games. Thank you guys very much for being patient and waiting this out. So we're here in Losers.
Burning Spear, no Sin Blades this time for Mirko. Kapow, Batsy Pew Pew for Law Corridor. Not sure about the thought progress there behind the Batsy Pew Pew, with Mirko having, of course, the teleport ready to go anytime as he displays as we speak. Let's see it in action.
Yeah, and right now you see how patiently he's waiting. He got killed by the 4-2 literally the second he decided to breathe. I think the sweep, I like that for the Oki. I didn't even know that connected.
Lots of force.
Yeah, trying to feel out this space right now. Definitely trying to anticipate those far-reaching Joker normals, which are highs for those unaware. You know, the far-reaching 4-2 in the stand 2, but the forward one is going to be a mid. Speaking of 4-2s though, a nice 27% on the board for himself. That duck was so ballsy right there from Law Corridor. He's going to get enough damage to close out that one, ending in the Kapow, getting the first round for himself.
And not pulling out that down 2 of that Kane either. Very smart choice. Saving it for a rainy day. Robbing the core. Oh, no! Don't mind me. What am I talking about? Drops.
What an interruption on the 2-on-2 right there from Law Corridor. Great matchup knowledge. Not letting Mirko get away with any of that. He doesn't even need to go for the flawless block. He just needs to blow him up straight away, get a full combo punish for it. And now Mirko, oh my god, if there was a commitment to the full string, that was danger. Speaking of, what a bait right there from Law Corridor. Mirko got antsy, tried to go for the teleport, it did not work out. Swiftly punished, and 32% to close out the first game. Law Corridor looking really strong.
Wow. What a game 1, man. All over Mirko. Realistically, Mirko not getting anything going for himself. Got clipped by a lot of hits.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, very uncharacteristic of Mirko to kind of be playing in the back foot, right? He seemed at Law's mercy.
The Joker.
But yeah,
So,
Law, honestly, he is just doing what Joker does, right? You get opened up, you die. It hurts.
hold on.
If not, is he playing the variation that he plays that's Burning Spectre? No, not Burning Spectre, V2?
Serum Rage?
Searing Rage, yeah. I think this is the skin he uses.
Let's see it, let's
Death
see
Spin,
it.
Death Spear combo, Burning Spear, it is. Searing Rage Scorpion doesn't want the Hellport cancel anymore.
Oh, why? Let me think about this. Why would he go with the Death Spin?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think Kapow punishes it. So I don't think this is a chip situation type of thing.
Death Spin could be like microdash forward 2-1 punished, I believe, but maybe max range Joker wouldn't have a punish option against it. But either way, I think it's more for the 2-1 string, having the added bonus of that he's going to be able to work with as well. And also the bigger chunks of damage you can get on the table.
Oh, that for sure. Ouch.
Oh my goodness. Instantly. Oh, and the whiff punish straight away. The perfect spacing right there from Law Corridor. Caught Mirko whiffing, ends in the Kapow for the damage, and gets that round for himself. This is really looking bleak for Mirko. He's just struggling to approach Law Corridor in any capacity to get his game started. Oh my god, no. Oh, he did the weak one. Oh, God, Law's in the future. No.
Oh boy, this is looking so good for Law Corridor. Everything is working out, Falcon.
Someone call a medical professional for Law Corridor right now, because this man's heart rate is at an unholy number. I don't understand how he's able to predict all these things back to back against someone like Mirko, who I think is quite an unpredictable player. Again, the neutral jump, disrespectful, holding North on wake up, and Law Corridor is making this seem like such a decisive, one-sided matchup when we really thought it was going to be a lot closer.
I mean, I gotta say, I did not see this coming at all.
I mean, this just seems so one-sided at the moment, and I do feel bad for saying that because I know how good Mirko is, but it really does look like he just can't approach. He just genuinely can't approach Law. Like, almost everything he's doing is being blown up straight away, and Law's hit confirms have been second to none.
The Joker.
Oh no! Ah, this is unfortunate. I mean, I get it. He couldn't get anything going with Scorpion, but it's still an unfortunate sight seeing Mirko switch off that Scorpion. Now, this is a different matchup. Going with that Shang Tsung, the evil sorcerer.
Yeah, now, it's like everything I say just becomes a commentator's curse at this point. I was just talking about Mirko wouldn't play any other character,
right?
and there he is playing Shang. You know, what's the point? You know? They listen to me and they selectively pick. That's my OS. They pick different because they hear me. But now we're gonna have to see if the Shang Tsung pick wearing that crown right there from the Aftermath story, if you know, he's gonna stop Law's ability to essentially speedrun this loser's semis match.
I mean, he's working on it so far, man. Jumping all over the place, in and out.
Oh, the duck again.
How many times can you be right on those calls?
Law has been guessing every single one correctly, pretty much.
Trade.
Right there, even though he's minus on hit, he went for the down one trade. Managed to get the trade, which is really lucky for him, and the forward one to close things out after that neutral jump. Law Corridor now on set point, looking to eliminate Rise Mirko over here in the loser's semis.
Convincing fashion.
Big opening hit after ducking that skull. The forward two, cashing out, and big damage right there. Joker hurts. Oh no! Oh no! Not like this, Mitsu.
Stop it!
Is he gonna do it to him?
No,
Okay, the trade
no,
situation.
no,
Forward
no.
1-4 to close things out.
No flawless victory. Okay, thankfully he did Mercy as well. That was, I did not see that coming at all, man.
You know, Law didn't even teabag.
Yeah, right.
He didn't even teabag. He ended in a friendship.
Right? Who is this guy?
Smiles all around. Great sportsmanship. No, but Law Corridor, honestly, I wasn't expecting him to take it in such a convincing fashion, but that looked incredibly one-sided. But really, like, commiserations to Mirko. I'm sure Mirko is still mad at himself a nice, healthy, really just a healthy amount of points anyway, retaining his spot in the leaderboard and still keeping himself pretty to look good for the regional finals. Law Corridor, on the other hand, really needed these points to get himself a comfortable position, and now is only just making that even easier for himself as he's going to be in the losers finals.
Wow, what a run from Law Corridor, man. Over Conflictus, over Zoker, over Mirko, man. This guy is on fire. And
He really is.
Still looking good as ever. That was probably the fastest match of this entire, or set I should say, of this entire championship Sunday. That was looking crispy clean. And he's looking very good to make top 8. You know, all of a sudden. But, you know, he had to, you know, defeat some beasts and titans here to put himself in this guaranteed top 3 position.
Yeah.
For 230 points, Falcon. What a run.
He really did. Now, the winners finals does look exciting, but before we can get into everything, the MK11 merch store, as you can see the link right on the top, Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. You see the characters there, Scorpion, Melina, Sub-Zero, and various different apparel for the Intercontinental, the North American League, and the Liga Latina. All pro competition merch and MK merch. Find it over there. Get yourself looking real nice and go and show your love for the series and support the realms, you know. But, you know, before we can get into the winners finals and everything as well, we're going to throw over to a quick 10-minute break. We do hope you join us back over here as we follow through with the Intercontinental Combat. I'll be hopping off the mic, but we'll be rotating with Mr. Aquaman as him and Mitsu will bring you the rest of the action over there for the final stages of EU West week number 7. See you guys later.
jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation.
Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Welcome back to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition here at the Intercontinental Combat EU West week number 7. We are at the final stage of the tournament. Winners finals will be next. It's going to be Asarimatse taking on Makaran and all Citron winners finals. Let's see how this one plays out. I'm Mitsu Owens, joined now by Mr. Aquaman.
What's going on, Mitsu? Absolutely. Coming in at the perfect time, if I'm being honest with you. It is potentially a Cetrion mirror here in Winners Finals. You know, we thought it was going to come down to, some form of Cetrion and or Scorpion Joker that we've been seeing throughout these brackets. On a speed run down there, it feels like in the lowest bracket, waiting for these two is going to be a very red-hot Law Corridor. Who is only preparing for one matchup right now, by the way. He gets a little bit of extra time to only prepare for one character, I believe, ahead, and he's looked really good down there, only dropping like one game, speed running that last one, looking disgusting. But here in the upper bracket, guys, it is, as he mentioned, Aso, Makaran, and who is going to be the Apex Cetrion here today? That is the biggest question.
It would be interesting if, Makaran just spoiled the party completely and just went Scarlet, man. Which technically on paper wouldn't be surprising because, he's more known to play Scarlet than I think he's known to playing. Oh, wow.
Oh, it is going to be the Scarlet.
For a second, I thought Robocop, man. For a second, I thought Robocop.
Hey, I would have been upset with the Robocop.
He's playing with us.
No, go, come on. Come on, man.
Man. We got bamboozled, man. He bamboozled all of us. It is going to be the Cetrion Winners Finals here at the EU West Week 7.
I feel trolled right now. That hurts. Hovering over Scarlet, just giving us a taste of the potential, but no, we're getting straight down to it. You fight an Elder Goddess with what, Mitsu? Another Elder Goddess.
Same variation as well. Winners Finals, here it is then. I like it already.
First blood going for Makaran, teleporting early, didn't come off the crushing blow, decides to hold it in 2 quick resets later, and half-life and bleeding his ass out.
That is a lot of damage for Cetrion, man.
One thing about her damage that it doesn't hit you all at once, but like right here, if you're wrong, oh look at it, your health bar melts, and then you're wrong again. It's those quick little 12%, 13% at a time that chip away at you.
Makaran. Slow down there for a second. What the heck was all that?
Round 2. Fight.
Coming
Making
on
Mama
swinging
Cetrion
here.
look like a rushdown character. Hold on
Right?
a second.
Wrath from their range is going to be good.
Wow, these teleports. Makaran has been putting it on the line, and he's had some opportunities for some big punishes because of it. Nice. There's Aso with an answer of his own with the teleport. No bar. He almost had it in time for the launch. And just like most people, going for the throw in that situation where like, man, I almost had the bar, and then you get angry and you just throw him anyway. Huge health deficit for Makaran on the offense now. They misplaced the wall! Oh! What is that? I don't know what was going to happen. I could have placed 40 bets. I could have placed 40 different bets and been wrong.
That was so sick, man. That was looking so sick. Pairing the pinata with the pinata. Excellent stuff. This Winners Finals.
Jumping. Oh, something a little bit different here. He wants to make the comeback happen. He's got Fatal Blow. Instead, he walks into an active Hell's Wrath. One of the 40 walls of active frames that Cetrion can protect herself with here in Mortal Kombat 11. Coming in clutch. Aso Damato, who's very strong defensively with this character. And we're seeing kind of the duplicitous edge of the character, Mitsu. Offense out of the gate from Makaran. Defense from Aso. Another one. That Hell's Wrath gets her out of dodge and punishes you for it into some plus frames that jail, and woo, dropping the axe kick. Makaran showing us every tool. Cetrion toolkit.
Yeah, right? Boulder so far not hitting its mark for either of these characters. Hold on a minute though, 2-1-3. Speaking of Boulder, give me that skull. Interruption though, back to 2-1-3.
Oh man, they just wake up with a micro duck, and these boys are swinging right now. The Cetrion mirror, for some reason, Mitsu,
hold on.
very, very tantalizing.
Fatal blow, double fatal blow. Ah! Pinata's whipped. Hell's Wrath, 4% left. Teleport into the place.
Going nowhere. It absorbed it. The beam went through her. It didn't even do anything.
Fatal blow, surely.
What do you mean?
Earthquake.
One hit
Earthquake,
now.
yes. Hell's Wrath, deadly wins.
Ah! Wow.
Wow, meeting him in the air. Asodematsu stuffing Zen's attempted Hell's Wrath, striking first in this winners finals. This is really entertaining.
It came down to one single read that was life or death for both players, right? The Hell's Wrath for Makaran ended up being a death sentence, but that instant jump one could also have been death if it wasn't the correct call out. That was sensational. Down to the last hit. This is setting up a wonderful winners finals. First blood going to Asso, but I see this going multiple games. Makaran, the offense has been impeccable. The reads from both. We haven't seen one bowler successful, but we've seen the teleport reads be successful from both. Forcing the aggressions. What we'd like to see here. Fighting fire with quite literal fire here.
Yeah, fire with fire, water with water, leaves with leaves. I don't know what to call it. All elements, man.
Both of them can summon Captain Planet. That's what we're trying to get to.
There you go.
Round 1.
Number 2.
Fight.
I love that both of them have a different color on their Cetron as well. Remember that mirror that we saw a little bit while ago where it was like 4 of the same color in a row? Even on random outfits for Cetron? Disgusting. I got one. Call out. Asso sniping him with the 4-2, and he's got a little bit of a corner push here going on.
Now Asodematsu with offensive, man. Rest of the attack.
Whoa.
Plays Hell's Wrath is whiffed. Good for 2 from Makaran.
It works out too. That's a lot of health gone again. Look at how much of a health deficit he just overcame. Now have the lead. Those quick resets. Adding up. Went overneath the Hell's Wrath there. And look at the safety of the pressure. One of the funnest drinking games in Mortal Kombat. Oh, it finally worked! Sniped up from full speed, and Mitsu, that's a nice boulder.
320 just like that, man.
Fight.
Jeez. I don't remember what I was talking about. He just died.
Drinking game or whatever.
Oh yeah, there's a fun Cetron drinking game where you take a shot every time she's punishable. That way you don't drink.
Disgraceful.
Oh, thought you were going with that one.
Very safe, but in this mirror, what I like about the Cetron mirror is that it forces them to be aggressive, right? Otherwise it's just gonna be a battle of chips.
Right.
Oh,
there it
the
is.
aggressions for both. Needed the neutral jump. Stand. Such a scary spot right there.
Down 2, there it is. 1 into the 1-1 into the fatal blow.
What a hit confirm, and is this Hyper Beam gonna do it?
Is it effective?
For Mama Cetron here. Oh, absolutely, super effective. Finally getting the kill here. I miscalled it earlier. I felt terrible because
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, the worst. That's commentators' curses. They hurt. But 1-1 here. About what we expected. Kind of seeing both of them come out of the gate at a very high RPM. Swinging.
It's so interesting as well. You said like both of them have to be aggressive. Usually when Cetron is on the screen, you usually tend to see a timeout here and there. Not so whatsoever in this Cetron mirror so far, because like you said, someone has to take his matter into his own hands and go with the offensive stuff.
I know that both players don't want to sit there and block 1-1 tornado,
right?
And then Cetron takes their turn with something tornado, and then so on and so forth until the clock hits 0, and you pray that your health is more than the other. Like both of them don't want to be in that situation, right? They don't want this to go 20 hours. They don't want to be the one that's going to be guessing defensively in the post-tornado kind of block game when they both have the same tools and the same ranges. So that's why we're seeing some of the craziness. A lot of neutral jump reads, a lot of teleport reads, and I, for one, am loving it.
Fight.
Little shimmy with the 4-2.
And if you're wondering where all the active frames in the game went, they went to Cetrion, baby. All these specials and the absorption. It's a massive crushing blow for Asso. I'm loving, Makaran's been a lot more teleport heavy. If you've noticed, kind of early on, Asso's been creeping it in here and there, but Makaran is not afraid to just do it.
Absorbing the Hell's Wrath, the Pinata, man. Universal
Teleport.
tool.
Again, appears to be wanting to be the more aggressive player here. He's definitely forcing, the gap being closed with those teleports, even if unpunished. And almost another big neutral jump read that paid off in the last game. Almost stole him another round here.
Oh, that was so risky, man. Go with the entirety of the string.
Round 2. Fight.
He risked everything right there. All for the ballerina.
Yeah, right.
Ballerina spin of death right there. And by ballerina spin of death, it's ballerina spin of death on block. A big risk.
Oh, try to poke as an anti-air. Not gonna work. Ooh. Then jump in 1.
That's what got him game number 1 right there, Mitsu. The instant jump 1 to call it the Hell's Wrath. Oh man, what is this?
Lots of jumping. Lots of jumping. Oh, that was 1 jump too many. Teleport. Teleport in place. More defensive bar.
Teleport in place in the Hell's Wrath. This character looks so much more mobile than usual right now.
Keep the chip at this point. So yeah, the jumping kick into the forward 1. That was a cute confirm. 1 game apiece, 1 round apiece. This is an evenly matched winners final so far.
It is. Good adjustment by Asodamaza there, who has been kind of looking for what to do about those teleports. And oh boy, jumped into his own demise there for a third of that health. But that jump kick, you talked about, it was a cheeky little pickup with the stand 1. That tells us that he was so ready for that read to be correct, right? He's looking for those teleports now that they've become more and more prevalent on the screen. Akron was working on a flawless victory, I feel like, and this has just continued. Oh my god, the reset on top of a reset on top of a throw, and all of a sudden the 2-1 lead. Holy crap.
Where's
That
his
was
life
quick.
gone? He was just dead in a blink, what felt like. Macaron.
Tell me why, Mitsu, we saw multiple timeouts. Cetrion versus Scorpion. But the fastest game, some of the fastest games we've seen have been Cetrion versus Cetrion. Tell me, in what world does that compute?
It's odd, right? It's really odd. I think like if you put 2 CPU Cetrions against each other, I think there might be a timeout situation. But here, it's so odd, right? Like, especially like you said against Scorpion, explosive character through and through. Timeout here, 2 defensive characters, 2 defensive players. A speedrun, if you will. Macaron looking very good to make it into the grand finals, to get himself some juicy points, man. 260 to be precise. He needs those.
I would say that him being the more aggressive Cetrion is what has gotten him here so far. He's only got the lead, so let's not jinx it here. But even in the previous 2 matches, right, we saw that Aso defense was just incredible, and that's where we did see the timeouts. But Macaron was incredibly aggressive in that previous winner's side match up against Zoker. And is that aggression what's separating him in this mirror? That's on the offense here, and he backed off there in the hit advantage. A little bit of hesitation there. Macaron, no offensive bar, so we keep pressure simple, and I mean, when you look at the bar, throw is going to be the big threat, and it's...
Whoa! Didn't catch her toes.
I feel like that should have hit Mitsu. I want to see her go for a ride, give her a taste of her own medicine. It would have hit me.
He's working for it, man. 2% deadly wins. Even hold on a minute. Anything goes on this one.
Oh, boy.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? The ground pounds? Ah! Catching her toes. Asodamaza.
These guys are playing footsies with half-screen 45-degree angles right now, Mitsu. Look at this! Look at this!
Whoa, what a display, man. What a sight.
Right on cue, if I'm being honest with you. All right. Astro's working with the health lead here.
There it is again.
Empty short hop. That's playing some mind games right there for Macaron.
What layer is that?
Some visual trickery. That's about layer 17 for sure.
I got you.
Yeah, we're pretty deep right now.
Another Hell's Wrath. Oh, no punish on that. Got the flawless block. Oh, he could have gotten so much more, Mr. Aquaman.
He was a little too low if you'd wait a little bit, but if you wait too long, that's the thing, Mitsu. If you wait a second too long, she's recovered, and then you want to throw your pad. Very nice reversal. Check.
It's so fun for us to watch, but it's probably so stressful for these two players, man.
Ship territory and good using the amplified push right there. The extra push back, the increased safety. And then checking in with the active frames. Really smart. Match point now for Macaran. He's trying to win this right now. He's trying to be in the grand finals, baby. He wants that cushion.
Wow, from that range, it still hits. Give me those guts. Out of there. Oh, smart choice, but back to back. Teleport. That is a lot of damage, especially for a Sechuron. Stuffing. 1-1 though.
Asso's gonna have to get aggressive here. And oh, a little bit of an input error right there. Tried to hit him with the feeding bucket. The guts of the Coliseum. Teleport there, and that should have been it.
What a confirm on the down 2, man. Austin is staying alive. Is it going to be a game 5, though? Come in. The Pinata's going to be good.
He's with the down 2. He got with the throw. Is that enough? 130, and we got the explosion. Oh my goodness, that down 2 could have been death. So many little things could have been death right there in that situation. But another game 5. Dang it, we may have cursed each other, Mitsu, talking about how many 3-1s and 3-0s there were.
I mean, it's deserving of a game 5. This is a back and forth if I've ever seen one. But those little, last 3 seconds maybe? Grab is whiffing, down 2 is whiffing, everything is whiffing. The scramble and the heat was on. What a display in those final 3 seconds, man.
Whew. That was sweaty. I'm sweating. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I need to calm down a little bit. Hold on a second.
We're almost done. Don't worry about it. That's the final game of the set. We could almost breathe.
2-2. I mean, this is far from over. Just winners finals. Potentially might see these guys play again.
True. That is true.
With 2 sets on the line. We'll see.
Hey,
we'll see
can you imagine?
We'll see if Law Corridor can play spoiler. It's coming in with that upgraded Joker that's looked pretty dang good. It might be really useful here against Sechuron, as Joker kind of is naturally, but that might have a different flair to it than we saw out of like Sonic Fox versus Tekken Master, right? Joker versus Sechuron might be a little bit different down there on the loser side when we get there. We'll see who that opponent is going to be here. Loser drops down to face Law Corridor. Winner going to be what we call pretty. Grand Finals.
Final match. This winner's finals, man. Macaran versus Asurimatsu. And it was indeed, and it is going to be an all-set round winners finals. Start to finish.
Oh, okay, I don't know what's going on. That was a lot of stand ones.
One.
I mean, what are you going to do about it, though, honestly? It's so fast, it's so active, it's so big. There's one thing that I've loved about Macaran and Sechuron. It has been the teleports in place. The one cancel short hop we saw, it's all visual trickery to try to get Asso into pressing a button that he's probably looking to bait, or a special move that he's looking to bait.
It's almost tricking me.
Yeah, because Asso's been making those hard reads of instant jump 1, right? Instant jump 1, jump back kick, looking to hit him in the recovery of the teleport or in the startup of Hell's Wrath, which is what that kind of empty short hop could be all about. You know, you kind of visually show that you might be doing Hell's Wrath. Ah! No, what's that?
It's one of those situations, Aquaman. It's another one of those situations. Double fatal blow, 14 seconds on the clock. What's it going to be? Mid-screen, the jump into the teleport. 10 seconds on the clock. Then he wins, down 4.
Oh,
I respect it.
No. Yeah, I mean, he definitely went for it, but what a flawless block on that down 4 to avoid the down 4 tornado.
And she just leveled up during the taunts. What? Is that the final form?
Is this it? I mean, final form is definitely short hop kick. That's for sure.
Uh-oh, Asurimatsu on the verge.
Boy, where did this come from? Just a wall, pun not intended, of offense from him.
Hold on, it's not done just yet, but it's looking very good. 1-1 into the deadly Winston, down 1, a grab, and that is all she wrote. Asurimatsu coming back to put Macaran into losers. Being nice about it though, with a friendship. Wow, what a set, Mr. Aquaman.
That was That was one hit from being the other way, right? Macaran was so close. Definitely let it go in that final game. You saw him taking really big risks that did not need to be there. Maybe, you know, mentally getting to him, seeing a down 2 whiff in front of him, doing a down 2 himself, and seeing it whiff had to be mentally, you know, that was the match. Sitting right in front of him.
Yeah.
Whiff recovery. If I hit her, I win. And he whiffs a down 2. And then it just all fell apart from there. Asadamasa, really strong mentally. I mean, he is, I would say, the even more veteran in that scenario.
Yeah.
Having won multiple open series, having won a lot here, the pro competition, like he's been there, done that, and so he's okay, dang it, all these external punts. He's been solid as a rock this whole time. I'm done. I can't talk about Cetrion and elements. I just can't do it.
It's been a long day for you. Let me lighten the load for you a bit. Losers finals is all set. It's going to be Macaran taking on Law Corner once again. As you said, Asadamasa sitting pretty in grand finals. You know, adding to his points even more so. Currently sitting at 680. You know, 6, not a safe spot whatsoever, but you know, guaranteeing himself at least second place. That's another 260 points. He's looking very good to make the regional finals once again, to play for $5,000 at the end of the season. Just a few weeks, I think. So yeah, good for Asadamasa. But now, losers finals, Law Corner versus Macaran. Law Corner was looking so solid, especially in that final set against Mirko, looking very dominant. Let's see how this one plays out against Macaran.
And you were talking about earlier when we kind of started early in the tournament, how Law Corridor is in that kind of position at 8th right now at 620 points. That was before this tournament. Now he's guaranteed at least 3rd, and he got some beefy, juicy, thick old points for the pro competition with this run alone, and that's going to, you know, not necessarily 100% secure him, but it's going to give him a lot more comfort going into the final week that he's going to be in this finale versus fighting for his life potentially.
Yeah. It's putting him in a good position. And yeah, I should add that.
Same said for Macaran, though, because Macaran's currently tied for 10th with 2 others.
It just goes to show, man, one good week can be a game changer for you. It's going to be juicy, man. For us, it's going to be stressful for these players. Losers finals. Here it is. A lot on the line. Macaran versus Law Corner. Let's see. Pew pew.
No Cetrion. We are just mentally all over the place here, Mitsu. It's not going to be the Cetrion pick, and I wonder if that's on purpose, if these know each other. That was a parry, and it stands 1. Did he cancel that parry really early right there? I feel like that should have worked. Gives us some juicy damage as well. We actually see here use the whip normal right there. That is cancelable. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that caught me off guard the first time around. He's got the screen now. Built up some blood. Looking for the boiling point. Wants that guaranteed 18% damage. I think that's disgusting damage.
For a few pew-pews, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Law Corner showed Macaran a lot of respect and pressure for Scarlet right there.
Yeah, but this is his turn. Corner City as well. What's it gonna be?
Debatable. Cancel. Oh no! No, that just happened in the game before!
Man, what is happening?
Madness, pure madness right now.
18 seconds on the clock. That was a scramble if I've ever seen one. Gets the dash and grab though. What on earth was that?
I don't think either of them are happy with that outcome. Even though Macaran got the round, I think that he's like, oh my goodness, what's going on right now? For both of these players, so many opportunities for both, and that is such a sick cancel, and look how much your life has gone, 18%. Or Joker can do the same with his low pew pew, and on command, right back at you. Anything you can do, I can do better.
It's so unlike Law Corner to not get so many individual hits going. He's barely pressing, or allowed to press, I should say.
Oh, look at the range of the normals.
It's so impressive how Macaran is commanding the space right now. As I say that, big hit for Law Corner. Breakaway coming through. Dumping Jesser.
Nice dagger. Whoa, we shimmied the heck out of him right there with Macaran with the lack of belief right there. But look at the space of
yeah.
Oh. Countered by the massive reach of the forward too.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
He knows a thing or two about spacing. Ah!
This is definitely a matchup of really, really big buttons. Nice, juicy active mids, and oh my goodness! He got him with the flawless block. This is highest level Mortal Kombat 11 on display right now.
On
that was disgusting.
On a poke.
He poked it to death.
On a poke, Mr. Aquaman. On a poke. Up-2ing on a poke straight into the fatal blow. Wasn't even allowed to miss timing because of the breakaway. Would have worked, but Macaron just too on point with the timing.
The term godlike doesn't apply too much, but that was godlike. Off of a poke. Through the breakaway, guaranteed GG's off of a very high execution decision. Flawless block, you only have a 3-frame window, and you have to execute the up-2, which is believing in that you're going to block that within a 3-frame window. You're going to block a poke within a 3-frame window and read that into an up-2, into the fatal blow. So he was thinking ahead, mind you. Not only was he thinking of what to do, but he already had the entire thing planned out in his mind within like a second.
And that was only game 1, Mr. Aquaman.
Well, most of us don't do that in practice mode.
Round 1.
Here it is.
Is that game
man.
1?
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
I felt like 4 games had gone by.
Oh, there is the boing. I mean, he's finding these reads on the throw, but he's just a bit too slow with these punish attempts.
Nice counter. That was just a challenge right there. We've seen Law Corridor use that leap a lot and empty leap into buttons because the recovery seems to be so little. Macaron's calling it out here, which is a really good thing to see because that's something he was getting away with earlier.
The back throw. Boing his way in, yes.
Guaranteed damage. It almost makes breakaway not even worth it against Joker.
It really does, man. When do you break away against this character?
Because look, I mean, you already ate the damage. Now you're eating the same amount of damage, just a little bit more. You can't even punish the boxing gloves. And the flawless block back. Lock Order says, whatever you could do, I can do better.
Hold on. This is a mic game. Beautiful patience, man. Beautiful patience.
He almost did it again.
What a flawless block.
If he did up 2 fatal blow, it was over. I half expected to see it there off the flawless block. Oh my heart may have skipped a beat.
Empty jumping down 2. Let's go, baby. Oh, neutral ducking this time not gonna work out for Macaron. Lock order. 51% in the corner as well. Down 2 working out this time. No crushing blow. Oh!
She's trying to wake up the down 2. That crushing blow's not even loaded. Lock Order just said, get off of me. Some big old damage. One more hit's all he needs, and he tried it again! The madness!
What is that?
Not only is the Joker a madman, so is Lock Order.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh no, you also
back.
get the life back. Smart choice. Watch the down 2. Make him shimmy. Shimmy him.
Right? I feel like he's only been scouting down 2 for the rest of this round.
Right?
Oh,
He wants to press it. He wants to press it.
Ruined it. It's gonna cost him everything! Why would Light go for the down 2s multiple times in a row after the crushing blow's already gone? That's a big mistake, I think, out of Lock Order to give Macaron that, you know, even taste of a comeback.
Fight.
And he did, man. Beautiful chase down on the wake-up roll, and what a whip punish to start this round. Rolling point. Amplification, 36%. Runs a 4-2, though. Corner switch? No. Trying to fish for the breakaway.
Gotta be feeling good if you're Macaron right there. Just get him off the bar. Keep your defensive bar as well. Joker's not a massive threat right now until he gets that bar, and here we go!
Beautiful confirm.
Crazy gets it.
Double down 2, or 32%. Ah!
Those frames?
Oh no, nothing afterwards.
He
Nothing
got away
afterwards.
with it.
Teleport, beautiful teleport. Yes, give me that life. Back 2. Another one? No. What a whip! Hold on, Mr. Aquaman! Wow,
nice non-breakaway out of Lock Order. Yeah,
beautiful stuff! And then down 2 on the boing. Wow, he was so confident in that anti-air, didn't even phase it. Macaran is looking on fire in this losers finals.
I just watched that back on Twitch, and that was one of the quickest reactionary down twos I've seen. That was instant. The moment his feet left the ground, that down two started. He was like, you know what, GG's. like that was so intentional that Macaran probably did that down two and already had his hand extended for the GG's. Like by the time you even realized what happened.
Wow, Macaran.
Koval's Coliseum.
What a week it has been for Macaran, man. Over Sweet Frazier, over MK Javier, and he is still alive, doing so well for himself. Over Zoker, over, you name it, looking so good, and needing one more game against Low Calder to make it to the Grand Finals.
He wants that run back, and he wants it now. He said, I lost Winners Finals by a game. I should have been in Grand Finals. I should win this whole tournament. In his way was a red-hot Lock Order coming in from the lower bracket, and I'm loving that setup, where he ends with a little down for wing setup. Jeez, that was pure spacing.
What range. The little shimmy. I'm telling you, Lock Order wants to swing that down too. Wants to swing that cane.
And look at that. That's more than a Cetrion combo. 2 hits into special for 30%. That's what the boiling point does for you. Ooh, the dash up throw.
Risky stuff, man.
Yeah, we have not seen him throw heavy because of how down two happy Lock Order has been.
It's a threat against this guy. Wow, what a little bait. I'm getting a lot out of it, though.
Ooh, a little bit of a risk. That was a slow option there for Joker to be that close. Luckily, Lock Order didn't do forward 2. Instead, did a forward dash into something. Gave him extra time. Match point now. Macaran. Oh, that's going to be a good trade.
Another tongue. It's a matter of time until he blinks, I feel like.
Ooh, interrupts the teleport. Pressure's on. Oh. That
not in time.
So unique. Doesn't look like it's cancelable, and good patience there by Lock Order to wait that out. Some people get both buttons pressy. Defense has been solid by both right now. No clean opens up. Okay, gets the back two. And you have to watch out for the crushing blow. That is why that blow was so tricky right there, chat. If he does the overhead again, it's a crushing blow. It becomes a real mix-up scenario. I'm shocked Lock Order to get super aggressive there.
Wow, what a confirm from Lock Order, though. He's trying to shimmy him again.
Good call out the stagger.
Just outside of 30% range. Kapow's whiffed, and there it is. This is next level Joker now. Becoming even more scary than Butterberg. Down with the punish, and the up 2, and to the down 2. Lock Order trying to stay alive.
If he did Fatal Blow. That is a mind game that... One of the few characters that has the biggest mind game of flawless blocking a gap while Fatal Blow's loaded, right? Where if she cancels in a Fatal Blow, it'll just absorb your up 2 into GG's. Have a nice day. So that was an excellent call out by Law to stay alive. Now he's getting bullied right now.
Look
Absolutely
at that.
bullied.
Look at all those staggers. But man, that parry didn't work out at all this set so far.
Lock Order walked up and went, okay, low time.
Finally punish, yes. Breakaway coming through. There it is.
28%. Ugh.
It backs off. Against a Joker with no defensive bar. Maybe because of the fatal blow. Now that I think of it. Points in place, and the tongue.
Oh, this is going to be a tough one. You usually say never, but he's going to need a miracle, and he gets it. He closes the gap.
And ready with the tech as well, Miss Aquaman. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that was beautiful spacing. Macaran. Some wonderful, wonderful reads throughout that entire set. The pressure from Scarlet was, I mean, a work of art, no pun intended again, as to what's happening before our eyes.
It is intended. At least hold it, man.
Hey.
Wow. I mean, he made Scarlet look like she was plus out of everything. What? All these pokes, all these little, standing ones and stuff like that. What? It was looking so dominant from Makaran, who finds himself in grand finals.
She does have some sneaky plus frames all over the place. 4-4. I think her stand one is plus on block. And the way that he was able to just stagger and play around the gaps is what was really important too, because that's where Law Quarter started to kind of break down. Was he let him get away with a lot of the staggers because he was looking for a lot of flawless blocks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But boy, that was an exciting match right there. To see Scarlet be, especially in that last game where he was just fully on the offense in the corner, the plus frames bullying with the staggers of 4-3, 4-4, stand one. You talked about it. It was awesome to see both that and the defensive side of things because he zones so well on top of that. Guys, we got something to talk about here before we jump into our grand finals. It's going to be Astro Gaming. Shoutouts to Astro for being the official audio partner of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All of our audio is powered by them for the entirety of the season. Go visit astrogaming.com to find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation products. Go check them out. We've been using them. You guys have been hearing us through them. Let's get into this grand finals. It is going to be the run back. And are we going to see the Cetron mirror or will that Scarlet come out to play? I don't. Either way, I'm excited because even the Cetron mirror was just a blockbuster of a match start.
Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? That was super entertaining. Let's see if he opts to go with it or if he sticks with Scarlet's, which was just super dominant, especially against a guy like Low Quarter with Joker nonetheless, man. He put on a show by himself, Low Quarter. That is, yeah, for sure, man. Good showing for Low Quarter, who is in an interesting spot as well when it comes to the standing. But let's talk about Makaran for a second. He finds himself, after this week anyway, with over 600 points. I believe even overtaking Law Quarter. No, scratch that. Not with his points he got from this tournament.
He might be taking around his spot, though, with him moving up, right?
I mean, barely, because Law Quarter was at 620 and Makaran only at 360. So his current spot, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. But other than that, it's looking very interesting as well. It's almost like a Cinderella story, man. And we've seen that over and over and over again in, throughout Mortal Kombat story, even at like MKX ESL Season 3, I remember when Kraithen, another Italian Scorpion player, had like one good week, one huge win. All of a sudden, he found himself in LA. Sometimes you really only need that one Cinderella story of one, miracle week to make something happen. And I think Makaran is working on that story, especially with another week ready to go very soon to, finalize the standing for the regional finals.
I want to say back in the day, we also had players enter in week 6 of an 8-week series and make the finale as well. It was a player by the name of Young Monster. If you guys remember that. If you guys remember that name out there in the chat, shout outs. But yeah, definitely doable here, especially with 2 weeks left. You put yourself sitting pretty. You need one more to secure it. These guys are in a wonderful position. And shouts to Makaran for this run today, because this was the biggest thing that he needed. And he did it. Win or loss here in this grand final, he did it. He got the points, bag secured. Now just try to hold on to it there in the final week. And then in this grand final, I think he's gonna play pretty dang loose now that he's secured some real substantial points.
Huge points, may I add. But another huge thing is the point difference. First place is 350 points. Second place, only, quotation mark, 260. So technically, both of these players are playing for a lot of points still. I think Asarimatsu, fair to say, looking very good. Once again, 6th place, currently with 680 points. So he's adding at least another 260 points. Asarimatsu, I think, is looking very good to make the regional finals, especially having another week, and especially given the fact how many times we see him over and over again, be it in the pro competition, being into the open series, he's very consistent with his placements. I think Makaran a bit less consistent, but when he shows up, he performs, and that's exactly what he did today. And it's actually what almost got him the win against Asarimatsu, but having the chance for the run back. Of course, Asarimatsu with the safety cushion being the winner of the previous winners final, so he's coming out of winners, having only to win one single set. Makaran potentially could be making, the run in the reset brackets. Got to take us to overtime to make it happen, but given the fact how close that last set was, definitely not impossible whatsoever.
For sure, I definitely still think this is doable. What we saw earlier in the day, we saw someone get, what was it? I don't know, let's say it was 3-0'd, or it was something pretty substantial that happened in winners finals, and then it ended up being a game 4 reset in a game 5. Like, you honestly never know what can happen in these run backs. What does Macaran take away from that losers final match? Does he come in with a little bit more momentum? He's gonna be feeling himself here. But he also went from character to character. So was he coming in with Cetrion, even though he's just completely warmed up with Scarlet? There are a lot of different factors that are circulating over this match right now. And the only way to find out is to get them in the lobby, have them beat the crap out of each other. And that's what Mortal Kombat is, baby. As we get this lobby built. Sorry for the delay, everyone. The lobby was being remade. Getting the players in.
Yeah, the suspense, right? Right in front of the grand finals. But man, it's been a fun season, man. I know I don't want to make it sound like it's almost over, or if this like the grand finale, whatever. We still have a week 8 coming up very shortly. Still, of course, have the regional final. But it's been a fun pro competition season too, man. Especially given the circumstances and the time. I think it's exactly what we needed. Some of these players needed something, to play for.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see how many regions were, part of this pro competition. Maybe we can take a look at the slide to see exactly how many countries were able, or how many regions even, were able to present and represent their countries. Look at that, man. You are watching the Intercontinental Combat. Go ahead, Mr. Aquaman.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think that the number of countries could have fit on this screen. Yeah. Let alone the regions.
It's the regions more, yeah.
If you go into the rule set, the countries are just 17 paragraphs long. A lot of the globe getting to compete here in the pro competition. Mortal Kombat, baby.
It's a great thing, man. It's a great thing to see. Intercontinental Combat, we're already seeing EU East. Middle East was done. Oceania was done. Shout out to Wonder Chef and Dorth Arma for holding it down. Top 8 advances to the regional finals. That's exactly what we're always like talking about, the standings and the points and stuff like that, because only top 8 for the Intercontinental and the Liga Latina advances to the regional finals to play for $5,000. For the North American League, it's going to be top 16 advancing to the regional finals, but playing for $10,000. It's a good time, man, to be a competitive Mortal Kombat 11 player, I feel like.
That they are. And guys, while we set up this grand finals, we're going to take a quick and final break. We'll be right back with that grand final action. Don't go anywhere. More Mortal Kombat to come. Let's see who's winning this bad boy.
And welcome back to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition here at the Intercontinental Combat EU Week number 7. I'm Mitsu Owens, and I'm joined by Mr. Aquaman.
Welcome back, everyone. I do have some very unfortunate news for you. It is that, we obviously took a break right there because there were some technical difficulties. They unfortunately were not able to be resolved. And therefore, Makaran is going to be your champion here today. He's going to get the victory. He's going to get even more points on the day. Unfortunately, Asa was unable to make that match. And that's all we can say about it, guys. It's very unfortunate. But we do have a champion here today. It is going to be Makaran. So congratulations, getting those extra points. He's going to be going to that final week sitting extra comfortable. Unfortunately, we will not have a grand final for you guys. That is going to be it for the week. It's unfortunate news, I know, guys, but round of applause. Both those players are playing out of their mind. That winners finals was just sensational start to end. So good stuff to everyone all around.
I was talking about the Cinderella story, but that's not the way you want to win for sure. That's not the way Makaran was trying to get his run back after that crazy winners final. So entertaining. Unfortunate, but online tournaments do have their obstacles. So
yes, they do.
It's just one of those things, unfortunately. But with that being said, congratulations to Makaran, and congratulations to all the Intercontinental Combat Week 7 winners. That's been the Championship Sunday for us. It's been a great pleasure, Mr. Aquaman.
That it most certainly has. One more time, let's give a huge shout out to our presenting partner, Pro Competition, presented by PS4 Tournaments. Go check out PS4 Tournaments, the Open Series, and the Pro Competition, all located at the Competition Center at compete.playstation.com. You can sign up with your PSN ID. Weekly tournaments available, multiple different regions. You guys saw the Pro Competition alone. Go check it out, compete.playstation.com. You can sign up from inside the game itself. If you're in the game on your PlayStation, hit that little middle button here on your pad. I'll pull it up for you. Hit that bad boy right there, and boom. Tournaments come up, and you are in there. You can sign up. That is going to do it for us here today. I'm Mr. Aquaman. This has been Mitsu over here. To my left, your guys' right. I don't even know what the sides are here, but Mitsu, take us home.
It's been a great pleasure, Mr. Aquaman, man. It's been a while ever since we did the thing last time. So a big thank you for joining me. And once again, a big thank you to the production behind the scenes. They are the unsung hero doing, the little Illuminati work behind the scenes, feeding us with information on our ears, man. It's a great thing, man. Great weekend throughout. Great Championship Sunday. It's been a huge pleasure. Once again, Mitsu Owens, Mr. Aquaman. And that's it for this Championship Sunday once again. We'll see you next week. So long. Take care. Bye-bye.
Jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation. Looking for attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the fourth dimension. Trapeze high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. Real life manipulators. Get it back up and see you later. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. I like me for me. I am who I wanna be. Na 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 na. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. Prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself. I like me for me.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.